Hello, everybody, and welcome to URFLOCK, the 2v2 part of this insanity, I guess, is what you would call it. Yeah, it's 2v2 URF tournaments, and there's going to be team stealing stuff like later. But for now, I'm Lego Beige here with Psykeen, and we're going to be
Hi.
taking you through the 2v2 portion of this. ZZZ and 3Z Breezy versus the Fool and Zoro. It's gonna be our match up first. Sakeen, how about you tell us a little bit about this Earth game mode and what we're about to expect?
Yeah, well, you see, Earth, if you've not played or heard of the hit mode in League of Legends, it's ultra rapid fire, I believe, right? That's what it stands for. And essentially, the idea is you're just going fast, cooldowns always. You don't worry about your cooldowns, your CDs, or anything like that. You're just going. You are ultra rapid firing. And as you can see on the screen there, those are the awakenings that we're running. All of those are going to be active at once. All right. You're going to be running with some sparks. You're going to have leadership, no agility, though. All right. No.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, technical difficulty. As you were saying, Psyche, you told us a little bit about the rule set.
Yeah, what we can kind of expect to see here, right? So there's going to be a lot of awakenings active all at once. And as I was saying, we're going to have sparks in there. There is leadership. This is a 2v2 game mode of this tournament. So that is going to be very impactful, very important. There is no agility, as I was saying, which, is going to slow things down just a little bit. It's going to be very fast, be a little slower. All right, and of course for size, you've got built diff, big fish, recovery drone, Might of the Colossus. That Might of the Colossus is gonna go hard, all right, because also in the pool is Among Titans. So we'll see just how that plays with the size of all the players. I mean, these are gonna be some big players. There's no demo or anything like that or Rampage, fortunately, but you know what? We'll see how big these character models could really get for your bacon eggs. You've got bulk up. None of the other ones are in there. Don't need them. But of course, big fish also stagger awakening. So a little bit of synergy there. Monu, of course. That's the only creation awakening I believe is in the awakening pool. So it's not a lot of creation awakening. So creation characters aren't extremely overtuned. Of course, there's a band rune coming up in the 3v3. But if you've ever been on an Earth match 3v3 with runes, you understand why. The game would never end. It would never end. We would be here forever. Never. I would die in this chair. Like it would never.
There,
Yeah.
there are definitely some things that break the game in this mode. So certain stipulations must be made, but
Mm-hmm.
we have a pretty decent selection of maps here as well. Auden City Atlab, Project Xeno, and Project Obscura
Mm-hmm.
for the variants on Clarion Corp here, as well as counterpick maps that are available for the essentially for when the loser can get something going later in the series. But looks like our
Yeah.
first map ban actually is in. 3Z Breezy has banned out Gates of Obscura, so won't be seeing
Oh.
that first go around. I actually got to see, I think Mexi and Julak were messing around on the map the other day, so I got to watch a little bit of that, and it's pretty funny. You can do a lot with the portals, obviously. But one thing I want to note here is, uh, in the 2v2, in the 1v1s it's kind of different, right? Because everyone's just kind of stuck on goalie. But in the 2v2, you're gonna get a goalie gear, you're gonna get a forward gear. So like, eject button is generally
Hmm.
like pretty strong. We see a lot of that.
I imagine we will see no mom boots or pauldrons. I would
Yeah,
be
no.
just surprised. Honestly, I can maybe see pauldrons being picked up on like one map variant, possibly for like one very specific character pick, just to synergize with all the size. But like, I would expect to see nothing except for eject button, maybe a strike shot if one of these players is feeling I don't know,
Especially goofy.
goofy.
Yeah,
Yes.
cooldown doesn't affect strike shot though, unfortunately. So
Yeah. No. And
yeah. I mean, if this is deadlock, it would. Let's be real, but not in this game.
always going on about deadlock like a mage.
I'm
But
sorry.
speaking about what we should be going on about, the Fools, he's going to be banning Aunton City and Project Xeno. So that left up At Lab or Project Obscura, and hey, we're
Going at
going back
lab.
to the lab. Oh yeah, we
Back
are.
to the lab again.
I do want to
Yeah.
touch on real quick these players, right? 3Z Breezy, ZZZ. Oh, 3Z, according to his laddered records, only played 3 games, and one of his ladder victories was against Zora. So this is a little bit of like there's a little bit of a revenge maybe coming out from Zoro here to get back at 3Z for taking that game off him. On West, though, we'll say Zoro did go over to the West Coast to play that game. So we'll see how this shakes out, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like everyone readying up here. It's one set to win the match and 3 goals per. So it's basically first to 3 goals wins the match. So it's not like a regular game of Omega Strikers where you're gonna have to go through the various. There's only one set per game, and then it's a best of 3 in the series of games because there's no point in playing for Awakening because you have just about all of them anyway. But I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
something to keep in mind there getting into it. So let's talk about some of the characters though that are pretty good. I know there's been discussion on like the meta for Earth, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
curious what your thoughts are on some of these characters. I know Luna is one that is talked
Yes.
about as being very strong, and we know Threezy Breezy does have a pretty good Luna normally anyway. So
I imagine that if the Luna is going to be contentious, right? If not removed entirely, because you've got ZZZ and you've got Threezy Breezy both on the
mhm.
same team. Both of them are going to be wanting that, I imagine. So
Yeah,
we
I mean
will.
it's just a good pickup in
Oh,
this game mode. You do so
absolutely.
much damage. You have the cooldowns as well to spam it. It's
One
like
of
we
the
got the
awakenings is
Octavia
Deadeye.
hover. Yeah, one of the Awakenings is Deadeye. I mean, it's cooldown, size, and like power and speeds. It's literally everything. And when Luna has like really long cooldowns and already high base damage, you know, being able to make up for all of that so much is incredibly powerful. As we know, a lot of the creation goal characters are also super powerful. That's why Rune has to get banned because you just make an infinite wall. But
Yeah, I would imagine that, speaking of picks that I would expect to come out, there's a lot of energy here. So something with like lots of multi-hits, I could imagine. There's one little orb guy sitting in there as well, Orb Dancer. So there is a little bit of speed on the table for anyone who wants to try to stack that up. And orbs are actually, from my experience in Earth, pretty important to pick up and grab just because of the increased EXP and etc. in this game mode. But, you know, we'll have to see. I imagine that the character picks be something to really pay attention to. I know in the ladder, I have a couple of games that I saw on a VOD that I was reviewing in preparation for this. 3Z did pull out Jakar and Atlas. So, that's might be something that he has in the pocket that he might want to
hmm.
throw out. And I imagine there aren't any range extenders, so the Jakar or the Atlas don't seem very
Yeah,
powerful, but
there's no like real range extenders and there's no real dash extenders either.
mm-hmm.
The only that's I think that's another reason why eject button is like looked at a lot, right? Is there's no a lot of characters really want. have one enhanced range, but there's none of those in the pool because it can mess up a lot of other stuff as well. So yeah, that's something definitely to like keep in mind. I think Atlas is like worth considering just because of like the cooldowns, right? Like, yeah, you don't have the
Hmm.
extra range, but Manu is in the pool, so that I mean that expects that increases the range on your expanse, which is kind of a little bit more important anyway. And when it's on such short a cooldown, it can definitely be a really strong ability.
Yeah, the true Iron Wall coming out. What can you do against an Atlas that is infinitely stopping you from doing anything? So it
Yeah,
is interesting. I'm interested to see if we'll see Octavia. Lots of
yeah, it's definitely something that you got to kind of expect with once again just how much speed is on the table.
hmm
And you have the extra stagger as well. You're running 4 sparks with spark of stagger, so even though there is quite a lot of damage, fight or flight's on the board here as well. Like you are able to survive. Big fish, bulk up, those are there as well. Like you have extra health to help offset that. So you definitely like it's gonna take well placed shots to kill anyone. And Octavia, I mean, he's gonna be running around dodging stuff most of the time anyway.
Absolutely. It seems like we're getting the Estelle ban out. I remember Estelle was very strong in previous iterations, and of course Luna being
Yeah.
taken off as well.
Looks like 3Z is going for that Atlas here. ZZZ wants the rune. It is available in this mode, but gets
Yes,
banned out in 3v3s.
correct. Absolutely.
So,
This is
oh,
legal. Oh,
Kazan
Kazan.
goalie. Okay,
Okay.
and then Vice and X on the other side. So huge damage from the Fool and Jules XL, it looks like, but a lot of core control from 3Z Breezy and ZZZ. Wonder what goalie awakening. Well, it's hard to see because you press tab and everything overlaps.
Yup.
So
It's
I
all
don't actually
smushed.
know.
I
I
do
imagine
see
it's a deck button
pauldrons.
though.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
is it Pauldron?
Somebody's got pauldrons. It
Someone has
might be
Pauldrons. I think it's the
probably the
Fool.
fool. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
that is a big X.
Yeah, that's absolutely massive. I mean, every shot is red coring, like no matter what at this point. I mean, even 3Z Breezy is like that's a huge top spin. The 2 barriers down here for 3Z Breezy and company. That's Jules and the Fool looking to make a play. A nice dash to the top side. It's going to get around just a little bit here, even with the speed. They can't quite catch up to that one. GGZ is not looking healthy. The flip from Jules will find the KO. Breezy
Oh,
makes a nice recovery, able to respawn just in time with the recovery drone, but Jules will be able to sink it in there. Oh, that's another thing to note as well. All the energy
yeah.
awakenings, they're here. So core flips, you're going to have them up constantly. It's just worth burning that energy.
Yeah, every single one fired up is in the pool. So one person gets energy, the next person does as well. It is just going to
Yeah.
be a feedback loop of insanity.
And I mean, speaking of a feedback loop of insanity, the damage onto ZZZ this game has been ridiculous. The 3rd KO in the span of seconds, it feels like. This X and this Vice just do so much damage with these awakenings. Nice little banish there. ZZZ looking to make a dribble. The Fool with a flip for the stun. Let's go around and about. 3Z Breezy trying to find a way to get off his side of the field. Fool pass up to Jules here. Flips are available. Sends it down to the bottom side. Teleports to Thunderstruck. A nice crook leverage. 3Z with the core flip,
Oh
but
my.
ZZZ gets taken out. And 3Z thrown out of position. An easy goal there for Jules XL. And now that's going to be halfway there.
I mean, and that was just ZZZ taken out by this bell ringer that is just taking up all of this immense amount of space. I mean, look at these character models. They're huge. Primary from Vice takes that guy out. It's just, you have so much size to work with, but it's also probably one of your worst enemies if you're playing too close to the edge or something can knock you too far.
Yeah, and the pillar, a
Oh
bit of a
no.
misplace there from ZZZ. It's going to get sent back around. Now 3-0 on match point for Fool and Jules XL. It's hard to name names, I guess, but, the red side. You know who they are.
Oh
A
yeah,
nice
you
double
do.
ding here. But X getting taken off the field, and 3Z Breezy able to sink that one in for the blue side up now onto the board. I mean, anything can happen in these games. No
I
one
mean,
is no. It's not over. It's really not over till it's over. Like it's just so unpredictable.
ZZZ got 1 kill and went from level 4 to level 7. I mean, that is just that is what you could expect to see here. Tries to go for that cheeky kill. Not gonna. Oh my God, bell ringer. I mean, it's such a big bell ringer. There's nothing you can do. Fortunately, ZZZ respawns very
Oh,
quickly. So
Jules is going to make the trade, though. A nice pillar. It covers the whole lock and defends it. Oh, it almost didn't defend it twice, though. It will go down there. ZZZ versus the Fool in the goal box. Fool going to get it around. Pass up to Jules. Has the flip. Sinks it right in past the crooked leverage.
yep.
And it will be Jules XL and the Fool taking match 1.
Yeah, you know, is ZZZ a room player?
I don't know.
In my history of knowing ZZZ, watching his streams offhandedly, and just I don't think I've ever seen the rune. I wonder if that was just a pick because
I think
it's
it's a pick
supposed
'cause
to be
it's Earth.
strong. Yeah, exactly. But I will say, Jules on point with some of those banish evades, right? I
Yeah.
mean, the banish is so tiny compared to boxes or compared to their models. It almost looked hard to see, like from a spectator's point of view. But Jules was on point with it, and they are going to take that set. 3Z, you know, getting that 1 goal. Good for you, 3Z. I wonder what the post-game adjustments will be. Maybe ZZZ off the rune, maybe swapping up who's in the box. I don't know, but the Fool and Jules are looking pretty good.
I think the Vice is definitely a scary character in this game mode, and I mean, we just saw it there. You have quite a lot of versatility with your teleport, and you're just constantly pumping out so much damage. Supernova as well. It's hard to avoid it when it's like coming out off cooldown, and the cooldown is really, really short. So it could be something to consider moving forward. We saw the Octavia ban last time. But you know, it's just so hard to, you know, limit characters in this game mode when there's so much stuff that is just like really overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be an interaction somewhere for a character that is just going to be so much to deal with based on all of these awakenings. You can really just try to plan your bans around something that you don't want, like ZZZ beyond Luna. Like that's simple, right? And maybe for Jules, you don't want him on that Vice, so ban out the Vice. It's mostly just going to come down to comfort, right? So
Yeah.
I imagine we might see a little bit of a change up in the bans, and definitely the picks. Hopefully the picks. We'll see about the picks, but
Yeah, I think if there's gonna be any, well, I think if there's gonna be a change up in the bans, then it'll result in a change up in the picks, right? Because I mean, like I said, there's just so much stuff to consider. We're gonna be getting a different map more than likely, so
oh, absolutely, yeah. We're going to be going to the counter pick maps, actually, I believe.
yeah.
Which is between Project Base Drop and Inky Splash Zone. So, I wonder where we will be taken for such momentous occasion.
Zoro bans Otten City, and 3Z is going to pick
I may have gotten it
Project
wrong.
Kino here, so
Okay.
that's where we're going to be going. Back to the old, what's it called? Side lanes map, you know.
Side,
Side streets.
right, yeah, the one with
streets.
like, yeah, side streets, yeah.
Yeah, that's Project Xeno. That's the Drakkar.
That's the one. Yep. Yeah, I wonder how. I mean, they're gonna be so big. The second that they step into like one of those little corridors,
those lanes are gonna be scary.
no, they've got to be off limits, right? Like the second you're there, you're dead. Like, it's got to be. We might see the rune come back out again because of that.
Hitbox. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be pretty good at just cutting those off, and you don't have to like go over there and die.
And it might work a bit better on this map. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I imagine it will.
More room to work with.
Exactly. Although I mean, all of this size, not a lot of room to move, anyways. So
yeah,
we'll see as we are getting ready to get into this next draft. You know, this is winners round 1, best of 3. The Fool and Jules on top right now. We'll see what Breezy and ZZZ have to fire back with.
I'm seeing the Octavia and Luna hovered again here. Looks like ZZZ might want to steal the X away,
Ooh.
given the opportunity. Imagine Luna is probably going to get banned here. We'll find out in just a moment here. Pre-pick phase ending now. It's going to be the Estelle out once again for
Yeah,
3Z
let's go.
Breezy and ZZZ.
Okay.
The Fool and Jules XL. See what they got. It was going to be the Luna again.
Okay. All right. So nothing really switched up there. It's definitely going to be the picks that are going to matter here. 3Z
Yeah,
covering that
please.
Atlas. Okay, let's pick
There
up
it
the
is.
Atlas. Okay.
And there's the X. So we got an X mirror. And
Examir.
get the X mirror, and we got the Vice back again. 3Z on the Atlas this time. I guess the idea is you can revive yourself and ZZZ if you get KO'd. They do have the recovery drone for that first one, but it only works once. And since this is just one set, it's basically just one life. So that Atlas should come in handy here if they're able to time it correctly.
Absolutely. We are looking at double strike shot here, actually. Both goalies opting to take that strike shot. A little bit of a projectile to deal with. And maybe that's not the wrong choice for this Project Xeno map, since, you know, you don't have to approach that corridor anymore. You can just, boop, throw a little strike shot bullet at it. But one goal is open, the other is not. Let's see how this recovery drone down.
The X is going to town over in that goal box here. Yeah, and there's 3Z Breezy. Got a little too close to the edge in that corridor and got core flipped off the edge. But all the recovery drones now down. ZZZ with the flip. Able to sink it in off the Fool, still respawning. As we had 3Z Breezy and ZZZ. First up on the board now. They still have a flip available. See if they're able to close this one out here. With all the recovery drones down pretty quickly, I mean, that's kind of sets the pace for how many KOs you would kind of expect to see in a game like this.
And I mean, Jules over there trying to put some damage on 3Z Breezy, trying to get a cheeky KO. I don't think that's something that you can really play for, like trying to OP the goalie.
The edge, right?
Exactly.
I mean, there's quite a lot of damage. Look at ZZZ just going to town there.
Wow.
I mean, it works with X. Pop the X Maximus here as well. Going in on Jules. A lot of damage. Core flip on the goal line. It's just going to stuff it right in. Meanwhile, 3Z picked up the KO. And, well, it's looking like a turnaround here on this blue side. So they're now up 2-0.
I mean, this is a rapid-fire perfect form hotshot X, right? The cooldowns will not stop coming. Spark of Focus with double leadership as well. Like, you can... It seems very viable for ZZZ to just constantly try to beat this guy up.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, they're just throwing the two X's, literally just throwing hands in the goal boxes. Kind of funny.
This is the real boxing match that should have been, honestly. Two X's just going at it.
Yeah, this is the real fight right here.
Exactly.
Barrier down now. Bill's gonna be able to trade it as the core flips coming on up. ZZZ going right back to fighting, but getting kind of actually able to pick off Jules, throw him off the edge. Core flip from the Fool's gonna get stolen away. Still holding on to this barrier though, as Jules respawns. As ZZZ is now the one who's quite injured here. Has the Atlas open, not able to get into it. Burns the flip, is out of energy for the moment. The Fool's going to capitalize on it with the X Maximus, and that's another KO here. The Fool up to Jules now, looking for the score. 3Z holding it down. Will get cleared out as they go right back to fighting. ZZZ off the respawn. The Fool, though, with the core flip, the barrier's gone, and that's both sides opened up. Breezy looking to sink it back in there through the side alley now. In the way, but KO's getting traded by the X's. Jules can't get there in time. 3Z Breezy and ZZZ will take game 2.
Wow, that was just such an explosively fast game as well. I mean, that's what you expect out of URF mode, URFLOCK, if you will. But the just great switch up on the composition there. 3Z Breezy taking out that Atlas, which, I mean, it paid dividends. It lets ZZZ just go up there and do what ZZZ does best, which is punch them for 33k damage. Like, they cannot even compare. The Fool and Jules kind of realized that they had to step back and deal with this ZZZ issue, but, like, it was too late by that point. And you've got Atlas backing that guy. It was impossible. What can a little Vice and other, I guess the X is the same size. But what are they to do against ZZZ?
Yeah, for real. And kind of crazy. 6 KOs from ZZZ. Just fighting the Fool that entire time. I mean, 9 shots a piece. It's like wild stats to look at.
It is. a world of difference from the core strike you are used to. And I'm getting word from production they're running it back.
They're
It
running it
is
back.
maybe just a little bit of a salty run back. I don't know. You didn't hear it from me, but it's a run back. They
Yeah.
want to keep punching each other with X. I mean, what can you say? The way ZZZ was playing it seemed like a lot of fun to just punch Zoro into the goal over and over again. So I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on how the turn out, it could just be a full on run back possibly, or not. But I imagine we're just gonna see another Stella Luna ban here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same characters
I'm
and
expecting
just
the same characters,
yeah, just
honestly.
another chance here for the Fool and Jules to make something happen.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Being in the shoes of the Fool and Jules, they started to figure it out, right? They started to figure out how they had to deal with ZZZ. Just a little bit too late, so maybe that's part of the reason why they're so ready to do the run back, right? They think they've got ZZZ figured out here. And as we get on to Project Xeno, right? Let's see. What do we got here? I would
Yeah.
be thrilled to see. Well, I don't know. The Atlas was a little bit boring, as some might say, but it was effective. So
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was. You're just kind of able to hold it down. But, I mean, sometimes boring is good. 'Cause it
yeah,
just means,
exactly.
yeah, it just means you're getting it done. But yeah, same bands as expected. The
Mm-hmm,
Octavia
mm-hmm.
is
Yep,
still on
yep,
the
yep.
table, and we haven't seen it yet. But yeah, there's the Atlas, there's the X.
Oh,
Okay, here's a
a
rune.
rune.
No more
Switching it
Vital
up.
this time. Yeah, it looks like Jules XL going for the rune to hopefully deal with those centers a little bit better. Also, the banish
Oh,
will
it's
be
Jules on
helpful.
the X.
Oh, okay, never mind.
The
Jules on
Fool's
the
on
X, the Fool
rune.
on the rune. Well, either way, it does help. You banish ZZZ, you buy a little bit of
Yep,
time to deal with all the damage. So
exactly. And I am honestly kind of worried that the rune pillars are going to be just so obnoxious in these lanes, right? Like I was expecting a rune to come out here just because it's so strong with covering those corridors. And wow, it's just back-to-back KOs. My goodness.
yeah, those recovery drones now getting burnt off, and Breezy Breezy trying to force it through the rune pillar, but you can't beat it. It stays up too long, and it's too big. Nice banish coming out here. Some damage getting unloaded onto Jules. The core flip from ZZZ will finish him off. And now in the power play, they're looking for a barrier. Core flip from the Fool. It's going to be a little bit of an own barrier there, but the job will get done eventually. Now Breezy Breezy looking to keep this push going, and ZZZ keeping it on the side of the
Ooh.
field. So far, both sides keeping this one up pretty well. 3Z finally able to bring down Fool's barrier now. Bringing out the heals. No one really needs it, but both sides opened up, and flips coming online. Jules looking for it. Has the flip. 3Z able to trade his for that. And save it and bring it down to the bottom side. Core flip here from the Fool. Not able to find a good angle on the goal, though. The banish comes out. ZZZ trying to make something happen. He's going to have to get revived. A nice use of the Atlas ult there. But Jules has the flip available again. Does whiff it, but enough
Oh,
pressure in the
wow.
corner is going to be good enough to sink it in. And once again, Jules XL and the Fool are going to be first on the board.
One thing I did notice is that Zoro is having to be a little bit particular with pillar placements as well. Just because of the sheer size. Like, look, it's just gone instantly.
Yeah,
So maybe
be, right?
there's a little bit of counterplay to this rune, of course, with the Manu, but it's working out for them so far. Great pillars coming out is really keeping this defense hot and spicy for the side of the Fool and Jules. And ZZZ's looking tremendously low. Does not matter, though.
Yeah,
KO machine.
Burnap flip for that KO,
my.
and the recovery drone as well, able to take advantage of the timer, and gonna pick up the KO immediately. Both barriers gone. X Maximus to punch it in. ZZZ tying it up.
It's just, that was a ZZZ point, and nothing more can be said about it. He got 1 KO, he got 2 KO, he got 3 KO, and you're scored on. It's just the way life goes, but 3Z is dead, and this is a win con for the side of Fool Jules.
Yeah, no, the barrier's gone as well. I mean, I think just going back and forth in this game 3 for sure. Game looked kind of like a sweep. Game 2 looks like a sweep in the other direction, but now both teams, I think, figuring each other out. Breezy Breezy, nice play against the pillar here, but has to face another one, able to force it through. And they'll pick up the KO with 100 abilities there onto Jules XL to bring down the second barrier there in the power play. The Expanse coming out in the midfield. Jules trying to force it through, but ZZZ catches him out and catches out the Rune as well to sink it in. ZZZ on the big man himself.
That's illegal. How ZZZ's not going to be able to go back to playing regular X ever again.
My. Yeah,
I mean,
that's just crazy.
The bell ringers are perfect and on point. It gets KO'd still. I don't know if he still had his recovery drone or if that was the Atlas ult, but oh, he's gone for good this time. That was crazy. Yeah. He flew like 10 billion miles away from that pillar.
I mean, Jules coming back with a vengeance. Basically just did the same thing that ZZZ did. The double KO into the score there to tie it up. The first time it's been tied up like this all series. Still anyone's game, I mean,
Jules really showing, hey, I can do that too. I'm on X. Watch me. What? That pillar just sends you so far. It's incredible how far these pillars can send you with just, I guess, you know, you've got Spark of Strength and all of that, Spark scaling, etc. Another death. My goodness.
He's racking up another one. A nice bell ringer from Jules gives a perfect angle. Sink it in, and that's going to be Fools and Jules XL. Now on top on match point. One more to go. A little bit of energy advantage going into this point as well. They're able to sink a quick one in here. This could just be the series.
Oh yeah, I mean, ZZZ's playing so much more safe now. You can tell he does not want to lose this as he takes out the Fool.
Yeah, Jules taking quite a bit of damage as well. ZZZ pushes up with the core flip and a double! Another double punches him off the edge. 3Z a quick pass and sinks it in. ZZZ tied it up on match point. Another crazy play.
I mean, ZZZ just went like berserker mode. He turned on his ZZZ passive, saw all of the right angles to get a kill, and just went for all of them. Blood everywhere. Now he's trying to evade. You know, they're trying to take out this guy, but it's just not enough. He's already taken one barrier.
And both sides on one barrier here. ZZZ a nice bull rush to keep core control. He's gonna get back to Jules eventually, though. Playing around this lane is so scary with these bell ringers, though, and everyone's keeping it up there. Jules able to find a nice shot onto the barrier now. That's an open goal for 3C Breezy. ZZZ trying to tie it up, but just can't quite get it past the Fool. He's gonna send through the lane once again. Core flips available, and ZZZ able to find the KO. Flips him into his own net, and ZZZ another one! Another one! Knocks the Fool back into his own net. Opens up the goal now. Has a flip available. Gonna get banished. Will manage to survive, but is taking so much damage. One bad bell ringer, and that could be it. Bounces to the center. Burns the core flip to stay alive, but it's gonna get taken out there by Jules XL, and now they're looking to end it. The expansion from 3Z buys quite a bit of time here. ZZZ's back online. Core flip from Jules.
Oh my god, what a shot.
Top side. Gets it right between them, splitting the uprights. The Fool of Jules XL take it home.
Oh my goodness, Lego Vage. When ZZZ got those back-to-back kills, chain killing, I thought it was over for the Fool and Jules. They held strong. They held strong, took out the raid boss, and were able to find their victory, their win condition. Kill ZZZ and score. Brilliant flip coming out from Jules there to end it off. My goodness. I mean, wow.
ZZZ.
10 KOs.
It's kind of crazy.
A monster. But, you know, monsters are meant to be slayed, and Jules XL and the Fool, they slay the beast, and will be moving on.
And moving on, indeed. Looking at this little bracket right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like they're gonna be facing. What's that? Overgrown. Oh no, yeah, Lemon and Angel Senpai. Looks like that'll be their next opponent. But for now, we're gonna be moving on to looks like the top side of the winners qualifiers there.
Yeah.
Luke Enioku versus Fudgy Waffles and Sky Gengi.
Yeah, absolutely. I am excited to see how this one shakes out, right? I mean, Luke is just
Pretty good.
from what I've heard about Luke, generational talent in the goal box. Iyoko, you know, this vagrant traveler that's not as much is known about. I've heard they're quite the KO beast as well. So we'll see. You know, of course, you got Fudgy Waffles, you know, Mr. Fudgy Angle himself playing with Sky Gengi, you know, is a very solid player. I've never really heard much bad said at all about Sky Gengi. No, like, yeah, you could do this better, you could do that better, just solid. So it should be a very strong matchup that we're seeing here. Two flashing Titaness teams.
A talented lineup for sure. As it looks like they'll be selecting their maps here. Actually, it looks like we're loading right in, so
getting right into it. Oh yeah,
like they're ready to go.
Oh, they're ready to throw hands, and hey, I am ready to watch it.
Looks like it's gonna be on gates here as well. So
ooh, some gates of Obscura,
portal action.
Oh, that's gonna be insane with the size and the speed.
Yeah, there's a lot of like mind games you can definitely be doing on this map here. Got the Rasmus or Era hover potentially, or X. Who knows?
I mean, after what I just witnessed, I would be shocked and surprised if we didn't see an X being pulled out.
X is pretty good. A lot of characters are pretty good though. They're actually banning the Juno. Both sides banning out the Juno here. No Juno allowed. That leaves a lot on the table here. Luke's gonna go for the rune. Juliet pick up. Probably for Sky Gengi over there. And Iyoko gonna go for the Luna. First time we've seen it pulled out. Rune mirror as well. Oh my gosh. A rune mirror is insane. Luna is gonna have to be really careful to not run into a wall.
We might get a mild take why Rune is going to be banned once there are 6 people on the field, but we'll see just how this one shakes out for now. Both runes opting for Powerhouse Pauldron's going to become very big, and Pummelers on both of the forwards, so looking to take advantage of those KOs, of that KO speed given from the Pummelers, that advantage. Now, as we're into the thick of it, one barrier already down.
I'm playing through the portals here. A nice banish kept Sky Gengi out of the play for so long and picked up the KO, but both barriers going to be lost here. Portals, you know, it's quite heavily. The flurries come out, but a crazy bounce. And off the pillar of Fudgy Waffles, some nice placement there to cut off Iyoko's pass. It's going to sink it right in. This is why Rune is like so scary, because you can literally, you all point and click redirect on like a 2-second cooldown, basically.
It is incredible. I hate to say it. That was Luke's pillar that scored. He was trying to go.
I thought that was Fudgy Waffles' pillar. Nope. That's crazy.
Nope. He was trying to kill Sky Gengi, and just a little pillar. He put it down. Oopsie. In your goal now. And he's dead, too. That was just like the double kill from the Julie. What the Gengi? What was that?
Sky Gengi gets it done. You have ad rush as well in this, so like every KO is like you get everything back, and then you just do it instantly. And you're also running really fast as well. I'm assuming they're taking pummelers, yeah, so they're just running like super fast.
Oh, the pillars! I mean, that's like some drag D like energy beam wave like contest there. Great core flip coming out from Iyoko, coming out for the midfield to do that. We almost saw another
one. On this guy Gengi. Iyoko trying to play bullet hell right now and avoid everything, but a shot through the pillar from Luke will be able to sink it in eventually here for that blue side.
That was a back pass from Iyoko to Luke for that. That was so well played from the Luna. Very well played, and Luke just taking immediate advantage. Trying to go for that was dangerous from the Luna. That could have been a Luna death. One pillar, you're gone. What the heck just happened?
There was a Crater Maker set up by Iyoko, and Sky Gengi went through the portal and ran into it on the other side pretty much. God. Absolutely crazy.
Incredible.
Almost got KO'd again. not long for this world. Luke looking for the KO. The bandage comes out. That's the pillar. That's another one. Is Yoko just bringing down the barriers, boosting in. Fudgy wins the strike war, though. Crater Maker in the way, but a nice bandage from Fudgy buys a little bit more time here. Able to sink it around this bottom corner. Skyjanky brings it back up to the top side. Luke looking for this pass now. Pillar getting set up, bouncing around like a pinball machine. Skyjanky getting back into position just in time, but the pillars are messing up everything. Core flip from Fudgy Waffles. Does it wind it again through the portal into the Crater Maker, and Yoko able to sink it in. I mean, this is some crazy like map combined with Luna combined with 2 runes. It's like these some crazy scenarios.
That is insanity. I mean, you said it best, Lego Mage. Pinball. We are playing a pinball, not Core Strike. These pillars are just such an element that you cannot account for. That guy's just dead again. Skyjenki keeps dying through these portals. Stop! Stop going through the portals.
The core flip from Luke sent him through the portal, and he died on the other side. Just absolutely insane, getting bounced around again. Another KO here from Miyoko with the boost. They're going to be losing some barriers here. They got to get it past these pillars in order to make the score happen. The bandage coming out. The Crater Maker in the way. Shot the Fudgy Waffles through the portal. Trips up Luke. Losing track of the core there. And Fudgy Waffles, Skyjengi, they're on match point now.
I mean, incredible. Like, there's just so much to be concerned about as Yoko does get taken down. Am I crazy? Was that the first time Yoko died? That was recovery drone, no? Oh my goodness. To be alive for this, that is... hats off to you. But pillars everywhere. Whoa, that was very well played from Luke.
Fudgy Waffle still has a recovery drone up as well.
You're right.
Yeah, like Skyjengi's been the one taking, but there it goes, a little rocket there. A nice save from Fudgy Waffles as well. The pillar getting set up, another banish. That's gonna be a Juliet dead, but wow, a perfect angle to hit the bumper and live. Sneaks through the portal, and Yoko able to score before Skyjengi gets KO'd, but well, now it's all tied up on match point.
That is match point indeed. I mean, this is game 1. What an exciting heater we have been blessed with. I mean, double rune, honestly, with this Julie Luda is pretty entertaining. I'll say it. Very hard to play around, but very entertaining.
It's kind of crazy. There's the banish into a Crater Maker from Yoko and Luke. The pillar getting set up. A Fudgy banish! And Yoko able to make the shot. That'll be Yoko and Luke taking game 1.
Yeah, and hey, listen, you know, it's already pretty chaotic. Chat, did you know after for the top 3 version of this of URFLOCK, you'll be able to add in an awakening for the Twitch subs, I should say. If you are subbed in chat, you'll be able to vote on an awakening to add to the pool. All right, so you have in your hands the power to do a lot. All right, because there's quite a few very strong. You could add Replicator in. Imagine that. You could add the 4th Spark. You could add a awakening. There's so much potential at your fingertips. All right, so if you're not subbed already, be sure to sub up so that you can really affect the way that this URFLOCK goes in the 3v3 stage. My goodness, could you imagine? You could even add, well, no, because Rune's not going to be in 3v3, so never mind. Forget what I was about to say. I was going to say Timeless Rune would be insane, but I mean, there's so many other possibilities that you could go for, so just keep that in mind.
See, game 2. Got me another opportunity here. But yeah, I mean, the double rune is pretty nutty for sure. It looks like Otten and Atlab have been banned. So our map pick should come in just a second. But yeah, I mean, the Luna is also, as you saw there, like, this is why Luna was getting banned last time. And
yeah,
I wonder, we saw the double Juno ban. I wonder if Fudgy Waffles and Skyjengi just opt to ban the Luna this time and assume that Luke and the Juno.
I mean, I mean, that's a scary prospect though. Both teams so scared of the Juno. You know, in first pick, might just like they think, oh, they have to ban the Luna now. You know, we've shown what we can do with it. I don't know. It's a scary situation to be in if you are Fudgy Waffles Sky Gengi. Wow. The things Iyoko Kito was able to accomplish on that Luna, breathtaking. I'll say it. Might be the best Luna player to ever grace the game. This
it's
stranger.
Project Xeno again here. So going back to the alleyways, it looks like, for game 2.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I would be shocked if we didn't see Rune coming out again, if not banned. But I imagine it'll stick around.
Yeah, Rune for sure. Luna still on the menu, which with all that open space to work with in the middle, and you're trapping people on the side, it's gonna be pretty scary. I think someone's got to ban Luna.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be silly not to, right? You can't be that afraid of Juno. You've seen what this Luna can do already.
Let's see here. Lots of options to go with. The Estelle, that's another thing that's on the table. Vice and X as well.
Right.
We saw how good they were in the previous series. That might be what Luke is gunning for.
Very well could. I believe I've seen Luke play the Vice before. Ooh, Rasmus going out, and they do respect the Luna. And I mean, there it is, the insta-pick Juno.
Oh, and there's the Rune. It's just Juno Rune here.
Juno Rune. Okay.
I mean, we found it, guys. We found it. Here it is.
We're there.
We're there. It's come to this.
We have. Yeah, this is what it's all about.
This is gonna be an interesting one for sure.
Pillars and slimes everywhere. Get your slimes. Get your pillars.
This is the battle of all time.
It is. It looks like we're looking at double pauldrons again, but this time it's slick kicks and mag souls, and I can't really exactly. I believe it's Sky Gengi who has the mag souls. Yeah.
Him there getting speed boost.
And then I mean, this is just auto chess. This is an auto battler.
Yeah.
Like you can't control what is going on here. This is slime. Like an input when your slime hits the but you could die. You can die here, and that is what this is going to come down to: is who can get the kills, who can turn a 2v2 into a 1v billion slimes.
And an open goal for that red side, a shot from the top, and I mean Yoko was banished during that as well. The little auto slime just sunk it right in. Save that point away. But yeah, this is, if you want to like make a difference like skill wise in this is like the most reaction check, like spatial awareness game of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, wow. From downtown.
Got launched across the map. Yeah, those banishes as well. Like literally everything. The pillars appearing out of nowhere, the slimes appearing out of nowhere, and the pillar and the banishes. Oh my goodness, the core stopped moving as well. We're gonna see some crazy particle accelerators for sure at some point in this match. We got them pretty close at least a few times, but it's happened where they might like get the core to like phase through some stuff by moving fast. A nice slime save there from Yoko as well. So to block it up, setting up Sky Gengi in the corner, and they'll be tying it up.
There's just a little bit too much on Luke's plate there to deal with, you know. It was the core speed, the slime striking, slime coming back, slime going forward. Might have also been a little bit of lag in the mix, who knows? But use energy burst, noob. What can I say? Luke, get on that. As one energy burst does go down from Yoko trying to get that KO. Slime time everywhere.
Yeah, it is slime time. Is prime time. 4 foot from Sky Gengi, the double pick, block it away. That slime there, but a nice secondary from Luke saves the barrier yet again. Sky Gengi still looking to make do some. A bit of a missed dribble from Luke though. The core moving too fast to strike it. And that's an open goal now, but a KO picked up onto Sky Gengi. It's going to be an opportunity here. If Luke can get it off their side of the field. Trying to get over here to Iyoko. A nice self-pass to get around the pillar, and that's the barrier gone. Both sides opened up, available for scoring. Tajengi with a shot to the top. Luke with a core flip to save it. Going to get trapped in the invisibility lane here. Able to beat the slime. Before getting banished now in the center. Iyoko pass to the slime in the invisibility lane. Fudgy Waffles clears around the top side. Oh, the slime's in the way. Great ult placement there, but Fudgy Waffles able to recover it. And moving at Mach 10 now. Iyoko with a shot to the top. And finally sinking it in here. I mean, if you don't happen to have the pillar up for like those few seconds, that's what's like gonna happen.
The window of opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very small window to score.
The other team can't even plan for it effectively, right? Because of just how variable the cooldown timings are with hot shot, perfect form, etc., etc., etc. You can't plan around it. You just have to hope, right?
Yeah, you just have to keep launching it to the right side of the screen as much as possible. Slime's versus the pillar, by the way. Slime's versus the pillar, by the way. Pillars win.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy. But yeah,
in case you were wondering, whoa! That was crazy.
Got some big speed boost coming out with the Egoist now. Iyoko trying to make a play, but I mean, everything just constantly just getting in the way. It's like you just kind of have to hope at this point. It's more luck than skill, it feels like, in this matchup for sure.
Right? I
mean,
why
it's so even. Like, it's really just going back and forth.
There's definitely, like, the skill expression is not very high. It's, very close, though. But it's more like the skill expression is in potentially trying to react, like you were saying. Like, that is going to be what you're going to be looking at, and being, I think, tracking a Juno where they're trying, wow, that goes in.
I mean, you can track them where they're trying to jump, like with the ults coming out every like few seconds. It almost doesn't even matter. You know, it's more, I think, just tracking where the slimes are at any given time and where the pillar is like showing up, which is constantly changing. I mean, we're seeing how fast it's going here. Just like all the stuff that's appearing on screen randomly. Like, whoever took their Adderall today probably can come out on top.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, Luke, I'm pretty sure one of the younger players in the community that young age.
There was a hole there. That's crazy.
In it goes.
The tiniest little hole there for it to sink in.
That is going to be the Luke Katsuna duo taking it. And Fudgy Waffles and Skyjengi. Well played.
Yeah, 2-0 there. I don't know if I want to see a third game of that.
I mean, who knows?
That's quite a lot of red core sounds. 106 redirects, though, from Fudgy Waffles. I think the first time we broke in triple digits.
Let's go!
And 40,000 damage
Whoa.
from Iyoko. The slime just constantly dealing damage, just like as you're stepping on them.
They were everywhere.
I mean, this is why you're banning Juno, though.
They were everywhere. Slimes. But yeah, no, we see why now Juno was banned. And I mean, Juno is like hard banned. You could not play it in round 1. So it makes sense. The character might be a little strong when there's less players on the field, and when you can have infinite slime blobbo buddies everywhere. So I'm not surprised to see that it was overwhelming to even watch. So looks fun to play though, for sure. I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to be in there and see what I could accomplish during all of that. Very enticing. You're too old for it, Lego. You're too old.
I'm too old. I mean, you're older than me, but yeah, I'm too old. I'm mentally, I'm like 62.
You definitely are mentally an old guy. That is for sure.
62. I just want to sleep. I feel like I'm retired. You know.
I mean, you are a mage.
I want to live in a cabin. I want to ponder my orb.
Exactly.
I want to build like model cars.
Model cars. Interesting.
Not model car. I mean, more like model like tanks and robots and stuff.
Yeah, like kits and stuff, like Warhammer stuff. That's what I would expect from you.
Kits. What I got.
What? Speaking of cool kits that you can buy, you can upgrade the kits that the players of the 3v3 will be using. If you are a sub to Achi Chug Twitch.tv, you will be able to affect one awakening going in to the 3v3s. All right. All right. And hey,
Alright.
yeah, we've got some visitors coming in, so hope you're ready for that. Hello, everybody.
Ew.
So I hear you're here to do some picking, right? Who ya eyeing?
Oh,
You go,
I-
you go.
okay. We'll pick Fudgy.
And that is the Fudgy angle. Go 0-2 and get picked up by Luke and Katsuna. Let's go. Oh yeah, sorry to Sky Jengi. But that is URFLOCK for you. Welcome to the Luke Katsuna team, Fudgy Waffles.
Yeah, and there might be some additional awakenings getting added here.
Oh, that is a lot of subs.
Yeah.
What is getting
some
added?
subs got dropped, so I don't know. I guess
Wouldn't
we'll
you
find
like
out.
to know? It's chat's choice, honestly. Well, subbed
Yeah.
chat's choice. So, hey, maybe start
Yeah.
pleading with them. Ask them, hey, put this one in. Actually,
just
that's probably collusion. Don't do that.
For them to just not add every single dash awakening.
All right.
Ruin X.
Just don't
So,
add
wait.
Dash Blast, thank you. Thank you, Chad.
While we've got you two here, real quick question: Rune Judo, was it as fun to play as it was to watch?
Tempo swing.
Okay, that shit was boring. I'd rather play Luna.
Logan, no way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say it, that was not fun to watch.
I'm very
I
glad
had
that-
fun
That
watching.
gave me a headache. It was a pretty wild matchup for sure.
Were you thoughtful, or were you just throwing blobos?
No, I just threw shit and it worked out, so.
Let's go. I mean, I think, Luke, you had some thoughtful pillars sometimes when you weren't like having to be forced into a corner and just throw everything at them.
Yeah, there's a couple fillers that I like thought through,
There-
but it was
there was
throwing
one-
a lot of stuff down.
Very thoughtful pillar at the very start, I think. Tried to kill a Julie. Didn't go very well for you, but hey, we live and we learn.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Any leaks for picks that you might be looking to use in this 3v3 now? Rune will be banned, so
Yeah, I'm
I
planning to play
don't
Luna,
know.
so please don't ban it, guys. Thanks.
please don't ban Luna. Please. Deadeye is in the pool. We need to see more Luna. Well, any questions from you, Lego?
No, not really. I
Cool.
mean,
All right.
Good luck going into the 3v3
Good luck.
stages.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
It looks like we have our death match lining up
Ooh,
here.
we
the
do.
Fools and Jules XL versus Angel Senpai and Overgrown Lemon. So another opportunity to move forward into the 3v3 stage here. I'm waiting for map selection.
Classic map select. What map could they possibly be selecting? Just go
I
to
don't know.
Project Xeno or Gates of Obscura.
Yeah, Project Zeno, Gates of Obscura, and Atlab seem to be pretty popular.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see what they come out here with.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any Otten City or Project Obscura.
Project Obscura. Is that the one with the
That's
goo?
the goo, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an
No.
interesting
Ew.
one, but
No.
it's basically you're just playing for damage on that one, really. Looks like we're going at lab again though.
At lab. Let's go.
Back to the lab again.
Back to the lab. We've got Angle
Can't blame them.
Senpai and Sawyer fan coming out against the Fool and Jules. So, we've already gotten to see the Fool and Jules cook up a little bit earlier. But not sure what these other two are bringing to the table.
Find out in just a moment. We saw a little bit of that Kazan earlier. Can definitely be a good pick. I don't know if it's as overpowered as the Rune or the Luna
Hello, Rune.
Juno, but
Hello, X.
please tell.
I mean, Jules
It's like
did.
a Rune ban.
Okay, that's understandable. I will say understandable. Rune is
Understandable.
strong. They had to nerf him by taking him out of the 3v3 section, but he still makes a name for himself down here in twos. Wow, X does get banned out. You know, the other team we're watching, they knew the power of the X. They knew what the Fool and Jules could get up to, and that's an Estelle that is left open,
Yeah.
and Erasmus. Erasmus also one of the banned, like,
Scary.
hard banned characters from round
Oh.
1. So
Yeah,
double
I mean, the
Rasmus.
1v1 as well is probably really good. Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
something double Rasmus though, Estelle,
Wow.
Estelle definitely I think is going to be really good here, like
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter what. I think we see. I think that's double pummelers on the Rasmus and then strike shot and eject button for the goalies.
Yup. I imagine it's gotta be eject button on the Fool, no? But we'll see. Yeah, it is eject button on the Fool. Absolutely. So that means
Yeah.
Angle Senpai does have that strike shot on the now. Those Doritos are going to go far. But maybe the secondary would have been a little bit more worth it. We'll see, though, as that Dorito does actually make a big difference.
And the Rasmus battles but Jules' hook is just a little bit quicker in the right spot, able to sink it in. As the Fool and Jules XL going to be first up on the board here. No KOs coming out that one. I guess that's kind of to be expected in this matchup. There's not like a lot of damage. You're really looking for kind of those off chance people next to the walls, more than like we've been seeing with the X, where you can just actually chip someone down. So really a lot of battle around this core control more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both barriers open now, and those hooks are kind of scary, right? And that big primary, I mean, this is a Rasmus with Giga size, right? Like, that is everything that a Rasmus wants and more. I can't imagine. This is Rasmus's world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Rasmus world for sure.
Oh, my
whoa, the
Whoa!
that actually killed Overgrown Lemon though. Lost his recovery drone there, and actually gonna get KO'd there as well. The first real one of the game. Core flip here from Angle Senpai. Be able to clear that one away. Still quite a lot of pressure to deal with though. This is Estelle just blinking up here. No dash awakenings, I think, definitely hurts the character, but just having the constant cooldowns is so good for just spamming the projectiles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, taking away the dash trainings is a little bit of a nerf, but when you're in the goal box like this and you're not on the 1v1s, it matters a lot less, and you can do a lot more with
button anyway, so
exactly. You can take advantage of all of that open space from the comfort of your own net, while Jules does all of the dirty work up front, right?
yeah. Still trying to bring down this top barrier here. A nice blink from the Fool. Trying to pass it down to Jules here. A little bit backwards whiplash there, but they'll be fine. Just resetting it. Looking for a shot on the net, but Angle Senpai is a bit too quick with it and still has a flip available. Gonna actually burn it right here to clear it out. The hook! A well-placed death touch from Jules. We'll pick up the KO now. But still, having some trouble scoring this thing.
Wow.
And no one can bring down this barrier. Constant back and forth. Gonna go for another attempt. Whiffs the flip though, but a flip from the Fool sinks it in right as the KO comes through. Finally, some good timing here. It'll be the Fool and Jules XL on match point.
I mean, that entire last point was just very hypnotic almost with the way that it was being built up, and then the final double core flip into KO into score was very pleasing on the eyes for sure. You know, this now, the Doritos are actually making quite a lot of difference. I was not expecting them to be, like, just doing a lot, but they are, as that's a KO. That's that extra Rasmus size coming out, showing what's up, and that, oh, wow. Great core flip coming out for Jules.
And buying them another chance at life, but the pendulum swing gets the perfect angle there, even with the hook from Jules to pull Overgrown Lemon away. It's still going to slip on in. They will put themselves on the board here. A long way to go to bring game one back. But with as even a matchup as this is,
Oh, no.
and a nice KO there from Lemon,
Almost another.
they have the opportunity now. Both barriers down. And they're looking to make plays happen. Lemon finds another. One barrier here, but a second death touch from Lemon is going to pull Jules out the way. And now 3-2. As
They're coming back.
Angle Senpai. They're coming back. They're back in it.
A new strategy has been unlocked. Rasmus hook.
Oh,
Wow.
move people. Just don't move someone else. It pulls them so far with all that extra power.
Right? And this is without specialized training,
Yeah.
right? This is
That's why
a
that's
Rasmus. Exactly. Hey, subs if you're listening. That could be your sub awakening. This
Put
extra
in specialized
training. Yeah.
Yeah, put in specialized training, but also put in like something else. Like I guess runes banned. Oh my gosh, they come for a double KO!
We're tied up.
Lemon ties it up.
Brazil!
Brazil! Come to Brazil!
Come to Brazil!
Come to Brazil! Lemon's bringing them to Brazil!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is quite the match. These have been definitely some of the longer points we've seen tonight. A KO though from Jules, but both barriers down for both teams. The opportunity to do it, but hooks it backwards just a little bit.
So close,
and Jules actually end up coming out on top, regardless in game 1.
I mean, an incredible almost comeback from them, but great secure. Brazil. Hey, it's not over for Brazil just yet. The Fools and Jules.
I don't know. It might have been over for Brazil a while ago.
I don't know. They still have games to play. There's still a couple games, okay? Before, Brazil is sent to losers, okay? There's still time.
Brazil.
Sent to Brazil. That's when you lose. That's when you're out.
You lose when you become Brazil.
I don't stand by that. Those are the thoughts of Lego Mage 15 on YouTube, Magos15.
What?
Check out his animations. They're really good.
Thank you.
But also know that he does not like Brazil, apparently. I'm sorry, Brazilians.
That's not what I
love
said.
you.
That's not what I said.
What? The people will never know because my voice was talking. So
looks like Gates is gonna be next on the docket, though. So gonna get that for another game too.
Oh yeah. I'm so ready for more Gates.
Yeah,
I mean,
another opportunity here to bring it back. This changes up a lot, right? A lot more, obviously, ways to get things done on Gates, as we saw.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm expecting to see a lot more of those Gates KOs. There was so many of them last time, and they were so funny each time. The Julie just being annihilated.
See if there's any roster change up here. It might be an X angle. Might be a Vice angle.
If they don't ban the X again, because, I mean, that was... Maybe...
Yeah, they did. They did ban it out. We'll see here. I don't imagine they're gonna ban.
Rasmus.
Oh, okay, actually, wait.
They don't want the smoke.
They're gonna ban the Rasmus this time.
They're scared of the hook.
They're afraid of the hook.
They saw what Overgrown Lemon could do.
Said,
look at the disagreement.
Yeah, the Estelle's out of here, so the Fool gets the X and the rune on the table. Juliet once again on Gates.
Juliet back on Gates.
And Jules on the Vice. Big damage match, big KO match for sure right here.
Double pauldrons, double pumps. You already know this is going to be a barn beater or whatever they call them when there's lots of barn burner, something like that. I don't know.
Double pauldrons, double pumps as well.
Yup. So we will see just how much damage KOs and just tomfoolery gets out here as Angels Senpai takes their first barrier.
Yeah, now pass through the portal here. A lot of damage here on Overgrown Lemon. Almost the net. The Fool able to save that one. Angels Senpai going to lose that second barrier. Core flip from the Fool. Gets it back through the portal, though. Overgrown Lemon still very hurt, but has not gotten KO'd just yet. The Supernova is going to go wide. Flurry's come out. Pass to himself. Looks for the dash punch. Gets cleared away, though. Core flip from Jules. Blocked by the pillar. The Fool now dribbling up the field, looking for a pass. Sends it back around to the bumper. Dash punch comes in, but doesn't quite reach it. They're still looking for the KO onto Overgrown Lemon. The Fool goes through the portal, hunting it down. His flips get burned defensively there. No one able to score just yet. Flip here from Lemon. It's going to get blocked away, but a pillar from Angle Senpai cuts off what Jules was trying to do, and will be them first up on the board.
Yeah, no, that was probably one of the most thoughtful pillars we've seen all night, right? Angle Senpai just sat there, waited for their perfect moment, seemed to know that it had only one place to go but there, and placed the pillar. Incredibly played from this rune of Angle Senpai. It's very nice.
That's Brazil right there. That's Brazil.
Brazil!
Brazil! Yeah, And it looks like the second
Ooh.
barrier going to fall. In fact, it will. As Lemon with a nice shot on the rebound. Gets a mini demon angle there. Get it around the Fool right as the recovery drones popped. And now it looks like Angle Senpai and Overgrown Lemon off to a very strong start in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just these pillars are making all of the difference. As oh wow, what an almost combo coming out from Jules. The KO
Oh
off
my
of the
God!
What?
KO right at the end of
crazy.
that was wild. And Jules actually going to pick up another one here. Sending Angle Senpai flying. Will respawn just in time. No barriers down. Lemon holds it down on the defense here. Jules finally one now. But Lemon is looking for this for this goal, rather. A nice pass will set him up in the corner. And it'll be 3-0 for Overgrown Lemon and Angle Senpai.
Yeah, I mean, they are taking them to Obscura, taking them to Brazil. Jules and the Fool have never looked more lost on the core strike field. I mean, this is incredible, just what this team of Angle Senpai and Lemons are able to... That guy's gone. Goodbye, Julie. Good night.
Yeah, this might just be a game 3 angle here, right? Lemon Angle Senpai really putting on the show this go around. And an open goal again, the opportunity to just end it right here. A nice portal pass, but a nice pillar from Angle Senpai. Is able to save that one away. Will lose the barrier here. Just got to work their way back up the field and not let anything crazy happen. Sets up a pillars. Overgrown Lemon through the portal again. Pass around the Fool. Trying to get this to Jules here. Core flip from Overgrown Lemon. Doesn't go for the portal, though. Flurries to block it off. The portal here. Pillar set up. Trying to pass it to Lemon, but they can't quite find it. Lemon getting up, but Angle Senpai able to sink it in. A weird bounce there. I think the Fool like punched that in with the X Maximus, trying to pick up the KO.
Yeah, they very well might have. I mean, just a moment of attention lapse is enough to do you in here in URFLOCK. I mean, everything's moving so fast, you really can't keep your eyes off the core for even a second, even if it is to secure a KO that might potentially secure you the win. It could just slip right through your fingers at that point. And how we're 1-1 tied up, the Fool and Jules, Overgrown Senpai, or Overgrown Lemon and Angle Senpai, looking good coming out of this Gates game, right? They put on a show for sure.
Chance to bring it back in game 3. See what map. See, Inky's Otten banned out. I think an Inky's game would be insane to watch. Someone should pick that one time. But those are gonna be banned out this go round, so it might just be. Okay, looks like base drop, the bounce house variant of Clarion Corp. First time we've been seeing that tonight, so another kind of a crazy map. The core gonna be moving quite quickly and bouncing all around.
This is actually going to be probably my favorite map to watch for sure. I love the bouncy castle, the Borg's bouncy barn, as some might remember it. But I am just, it's going to be great. It's going to be hell on earth for the players, I imagine, right? You can't plan for anything, I don't think. This is just going to be, we're going to be back in the pachinko machine, I think. Especially if Arun is on the field, or a Juno.
Yeah, I kind of hope Juno is not here. But we'll see. See how this goes here.
I want to see what would happen if there is a Judo, I'll be honest. Right. Oh, okay, Fool.
They
Fool
want
is...
the Rune.
Okay,
they're banning the Juno. They are
salutes
banning the
to you,
Juno.
Juno.
Cool.
Goodbye.
I think that's such a
that is
crazy
wise. It's a smart decision for sure.
They want the Rune though. Let's see if that gets banned. No, they're gonna ban out the X.
Okay.
All right, so Jules gonna go back to the Vice. The Fool wants the Rune. Looks like it'll be a Rune mirror, which is. I mean, we've seen this before. We know how this goes, and on the bouncy castle, this is gonna be. This definitely adds a little bit of an RNG factor, right? You never necessarily know where the pillar is gonna show up from the enemy one, and yeah, sometimes a little bit of miscommunication with the cores moving this fast could be kind of crazy. But it will be the Rasmus for Overgrown Lemon.
Again,
second time now.
We're seeing double pums, double runs. So it's just that seems to be the URFLOCK standard to a certain degree. Is the double pauldrons, double pums. I mean the pums
the eject
makes
button
sense,
though.
yeah.
The eject button, we also see that quite a bit.
Mhm.
It just gives you that extra little get back button here as well. But when you're on Rune, you don't need it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you have eject button built to your kit essentially.
Yeah. And already these pillars have been causing some problems here. Jules, a nice K supernova, and a nice
That's
save
right.
there as well. And actually, they got the recovery drone off Overgrown Lemon earlier, so that was a real KO here. They're going to pick up the second barrier. A pillar set up, and another KO here from Jules. Taking names on the Vice, the Thunderstruck to ward off Angle Senpai, and they'll sink it right in. As Jules and the Fool up first.
You know, and we're seeing this Rasmus come out again, right? It was banned away by the Fool and Jules before. And now maybe Sawyer gonna get some more hooks, figured out that strategy pretty early, a little bit too late in their original, in their game one. So maybe this is where it's really going to shine now from Lemons as, wow, Angle Senpai gets taken out in their own little pillar setup.
Flips going off now. Jules looking for this barrier. Is going to be able to get it. Takes a lot of damage here. Overgrown Lemon wants this KO, but a supernova coming in. Survives just a bit, but off the bouncer. Jules is taken out of here. Pillar's in the way. A rescue beat saves the Fool with his own pillar. Couldn't get it past.
Brazil!
Tragedy strikes, but Brazil will tie it up.
Oh, I mean, that is just the series of most unfortunate events if you are the Fool. KO into own goal, true combo. Well played from Lemons to really actually set that up. Stepping on the pillar and walking forward. Those bounces were insane. I mean, whoever
that didn't kill him either.
That's a concussion. That is brain damage that just happened to that Core Strike player. Dude, Lemon is wow.
Yeah.
Somebody call a doctor. Rasmus needs help.
The right angle on the knockback is sending him kind even a quick dagger. It'll be a point though for Jules. Can put the blue team up 2-1. I got 2 flips here to work with.
Absolutely. One does go down there to get that barrier.
Yeah, Angle Senpai burning that on kickoff while the Fool is stuck in the banish animation. Flip here from Jules, gonna be able to trade the barriers though. But Overgrown Lemon with a nice hook picks up a KO. Fool now just buying a few seconds. Jules will come back online now. Banish comes out, it goes wide, but it will be Jules that actually gets banished instead there. We'll manage to survive the pillar.
Great banish.
They gotta find a way to get it back out of here. A nice pillar from the Fool, but the second one doesn't quite form. And that'll be an open goal on the side of the blue team. But a KO picked up by Jules. Now they're looking for the second barrier. They get from Angle Senpai and a double KO from Jules. Overgrown Lemon back just in time to try and defend.
Oh my god, and he
down
does.
Against the onslaughts. The Rasmus goalie going incredibly hard right there. Back into the neutral strike. We're won by Jules. Angle Senpai gets there in time, though. Pillars are definitely adding complications to this both teams' offense for sure. Fool does have a flip.
Oh no!
They think go bad, but a nice shot, a bank off the wall. They'll trip up Angle Senpai, who couldn't quite get there in time. And it's the Fool and Jules on 3 points.
That is unfortunate. That might have been just a misplaced pillar coming out from Angle Senpai that actually formed just behind the core, sending it back even into a whoa. The machine has been activated, and core flip has been achieved.
The thingamabob.
Well, that guy's gone.
All right, guys, out of here. And 2 barriers gone as well. This is the opportunity for the Fool and Jules to take it. Going for the dribble. Trying to get it past all these pillars. There's a lot in the way, though. Banish from the Fool to buy a little bit of time now. Jules getting up into position. Pops a supernova. Has the available version here. Sinks it through Overgrown Lemon. And it's the Fool and Jules who will be winning the series. And moving on to the 3v3.
Oh, yeah. Well played from the Fool and Jules. And you might think that I said no because I wanted Overgrown Lemon and Angle Senpai to win. No, I said no because we struck it right into Jules, who had court flip. Don't do that. I understand it's fast, but you can do better. You're in winners side semifinals after all. Act like it. And the Fools and Jules acting like it are going to be moving on to winners finals to face off against Luke and Katsuna. Oh, but that's right. A little pick action. That's right. Little something. I wonder, who do you think they're going to take?
I don't really know. I'm not sure who they're going to pick. I don't think there's a clear choice, but
Well,
I guess
it
we'll
might.
find out in a bit.
Honestly, it might be Lemons because Angle's a goalie and the Fool's the Fool in the goal box. You know, so maybe there's a little bit of insurance there for Lemon going into this pickup here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to get them in here and find out. But
Yeah, unfortunately, just like some post-game reflection, unfortunately, there just was not enough chaos coming out from Lemon there. Part of the fright and scare of that Rasmus was just how many picks and chaos he was getting on the the hooks early on in game one, but fortunately wasn't able to make a reprisal there on the bouncy castle. So Jules and Fool, you take it. 5 KOs on Jules, not unexpected device,
all right.
All right, and we're getting word. We are getting our winners in here. So that's our winners semifinals.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Oh, wait,
Hello, Fool and Jules. Congrats on your win.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
My big
what
win
are we
is-
thinking?
Oh, I already know. I'm taking lemon.
Oh yeah.
Bring
Maybe
me the lemon.
lemon.
Bring me the lemon.
Congratulations,
Overgrown
Lemon. You have been picked from the tree right into the fool's basket. Sorry to you, Angle Senpai. You fought hard, you fought long, but you did not fight hard enough, as now you are locked out, or whatever they say in Blue Lock. Congratulations, Lemon. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
So do y'all like the
baked,
vice
so we
pick or
have
what?
our-
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
got
mean-
5 KOs on it, and you picked it, you've already picked it a few times, so it's a little boring. Pick something new, but otherwise, yeah, I loved it.
Something
Damn.
new.
In a world of Rune and Juno and
You know
X,
what?
I think the Vice is pretty cool. I'll
Fair
say it.
point, fair point. It is a breath of fresh air.
It doesn't
After
give me
that-
a headache. Just freaking bounce a core everywhere.
After the rude Juno game, you know what? Your Vice is welcome anytime, Jules.
Why,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Now that's what I appreciate.
Yes, of course.
All right, now we have to go talk with our new teammate Lemon about many
Yeah.
things, about how to damage people. So
Yeah, we're
We're free
here
to
for
go now,
blood,
right?
by the way. Yeah. I'm not
Perfect.
here for any of that slow-paced game. We're going to kill people. We want blood.
Good. I mean, hey, you slew the beast of ZZZ. The bloodthirst is within you now. So
Yeah,
Chance-
you know,
you got this.
as some people say, X-diff. My bad, but
real
Whoa!
and true.
You
Real and
can't
true.
say that.
I'll say it. X-Diff.
Whoa. Content.
chill.
Oh yeah.
X-Diff through Atlas, by the way.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
Ah,
looks like we have our winners stage teams set up.
Oh yeah.
Got
oh yeah.
Luki, Yoko, and Fudgy versus Fools, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon. But yeah, we gotta go to the losers quarterfinal to figure out what our final stage 3 team is for losers side. Angel Senpai and Sky Jangi versus 3Z Breezy and ZZZ.
And I believe Lego Mage. If I could check with production real quick. Is this the last game for me and Lego Mage? Are we out of here now? All right. Yeah. Oh. All right. Me and Lego. We've got one more in us. So, hey, excited to see that. But hey, while we got your attention, remember for the 3v3 portion, of course, all of the stream's subs do get to vote on an awakening to add to the pool, right? Keep in mind there will be no runes, so don't try add runes to help out those rune bozos.
Tempo swing, add
Please.
tempo swing.
Tempo
no,
swing.
I see tempo swing would be cool. Add tempo swing or 1-2 punch. Please.
Add tempo
Ooh.
swing.
Nothing bad would happen
1-2
if you added 1-2 punch.
Two
Nothing
pun-
bad at
I mean,
all.
oh wow, no, yeah, nothing bad will happen. Please.
Nothing bad will happen if you add 1-2 punch. You should.
Oh.
That or aerials. One of the two. See what happens.
See what happens. Prize fighter too. Yeah, that's a good point. But honestly, I would love to see the specialized training as well. Personally, I think it'd be really funny.
Wait, yeah, you should add specialized training. That's way funnier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Watch as 1x punch leads you halfway across the map.
Incredible.
Listen, you're thinking about X. I'm thinking about Vice Alt ending people's lives. So
True.
Look,
That's
if
just
you
me.
add If you add specialized training, hear this chat, hear this now, loud and clear. If you add
Oh.
specialized training, I will be picking X goalie, strike shot, ulting, and my strike shot will kill someone.
And
Hey,
I'll just
Yeah.
play Vice for the rest of the game, by the way. So, you know.
Let it be known.
let
Chat, I
it
will
be
be-
known. Work your magic subs, remember? Once again, I thank you to Coco Ray for the 5 gifted to the Achi Chug channel. That helps fund, URFLOCK and Achi's just general TO responsibilities. So thank you for that. And also, because of that 5 gifted, that's 5 subs in the pool for voting on what awakening to add. So hey, there's still time. Get your subs in, Twitch primes, all of that good stuff. Plenty of time left in this
That's just get
URFLOCK.
all of them.
True. Actually, can you? What is the actual like thingy thing about that? Is it just one awakening voted on by chat, or is it?
I think there's like 32 that aren't in there, right? So
Yeah, something like that.
it's like per sub. That's 32 subs, and you get everything.
Yes. They all collectively add 1 awakening to the preset for all of stage 3. So it's 1 awakening. You get 1 shot to add something funny, something cursed, something like that. So yeah, but I believe, what is our next match, Lego Mage? Do you know?
Breezy and ZZZ versus Angle Senpai and Sky Jengi in losers round.
Okay,
Losers
Let's-
qualifiers.
a match this shall be. Yep. All right. So, banning gates coming out from 3Z Breezy. If I remember correctly, that was the very first thing 3Z Breezy banned originally. So strong on that anti-gates banned wagon.
I want to play that one. Juliet's been kind of a weirdly popular pick on that map, at least in
Yeah.
this go around. We've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, but it's
But-
2 for 2 already on every time
Yeah.
it's been picked. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's going to be the usual suspects. I think it's going to be Atlab map again for game 1.
Auten and Project Obscura banned out. I believe it's Angle Senpai and who is it? Sky Jungi. Yes, Sky Jungi. It appears Project Xeno is
All right,
our
back at
map
it.
pick. All right. And seems like we'll be packing our bags and taking a little bit of a trip over to Dallas, Texas. You know,
Get
we've
me
got
out.
Dude, but that's
Get
where
me out.
Coco lives. Aren't you guys
Get me
good
out.
friends? You can
I'm
say hi to
gonna
Coco.
get him out of there. Get him
Get
out of
him
there.
out of there. Get them all
Get
out
him
of Dallas.
there. Quick,
Save
get him out of there.
them.
Their football team's bad.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Talk about football here. This is Core Strike. Core Strike only. Or hockey if you want to DM me about that. I'm down. But, no, we'll be going to Dallas. We'll be going to Project Xeno. What do you think we're going to be seeing coming out from 3Z and ZZZ this time?
It's hard to say exactly. I mean, there's kind of like the big like 5 or 6 characters, right, that are sort of
Mhm.
competed over. So I think we'll see the Rune again if it's not banned. I think we'll see the Luna from 3Z if it's not banned, or ZZZ if it's not banned, right?
Yeah.
And the X, of course. ZZZ cooking on that, so I think those could be the big ones for this go around. Of course, still the Rasmus and the Estelle they have to contend with, but
That's some solid picks. You know, the meta has been formed essentially through these days on the 1v1 ladders and now into 2v2s. I'm sure these teams have practiced the picks. You know, the practice room have been available, the links for them. So I'm sure there's been some thought, some theory crafting that went into some of these picks. I mean, I think 3Z and Jules, I think they have the some unique character picks, right? Jules has been running the Vice, 3Z running the Atlas, and we've really not seen any variants other than those two, really. got your double Julian Gates, and then we've seen just X and Rune. So quite a couple Rasmuses last game, but you know, I am keeping my eye on 3Z. I expect another unique pick coming out of this guy.
It'd be interesting if we see something else show up on the docket, right?
I would like that. I
It's
would
hard.
like
It's
that.
so hard. I think when the meta is like kind of
Mhm.
defined by like a few very strong characters.
Right? You might be scared to try out something because you know you didn't
one
have
thing
time.
that I think Kai is like pretty good, and we haven't really seen
Hmm.
that.
I think Kai does fold to Rune personally. I think
well, yeah. So
yeah.
that's the thing, right? It's like Rune is just like wild. Also, Octavia, we have not seen. We've seen
Octavia.
it get
Yeah.
banned, but we haven't actually seen it get played at all. So
I would like to see it come out. I would like to.
yeah, that'd be kind of nice, I think.
I mean, it looks like Rune banned. 3Z
Rune
Breezy
banned.
picking for the people with that one. More runes
Yes, for the people.
for the people. Not a single pillar will be placed in
Breezy.
Project Xeno.
The notorious people's champion. Looks like we got the Luna, though, on the table for ZZZ versus Vice and Rasmus.
Oh, okay.
Angle Senpai and Sky Jengi.
Oh, feeling
We've
a little
got the
inspired from
damage.
Jules. Oh,
We've
yeah.
got the damage here, but yeah, the ZZZ Luna, that could be pretty scary, I think.
We're looking at
Crazy, of
strike
course.
shot
Just
eject.
holding on the Atlas. See if
I
they
mean,
get it done here. We haven't seen Luna on this map, is the thing, right? Because we were talking about it, but we haven't actually. No one's
Right.
actually done it yet. So
It
we're
was
trying to get a
banned
chance.
the last time
Yeah.
there was an opportunity for someone to pick it in. Wow, what a great dash.
Yeah,
This is
3Z did
incredible.
lose the recovery drone here. Looks like Angle Senpai also losing it, but a quick goal here for ZZZ to start him.
Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. I mean, ZZZ just is also one of those generational Luna talents that seem to exist on the American server. They're just so there's quite a few of them, and they're so very talented at the character. I mean, ZZZ is very well known for just taking over games on this Luna. Rockets, dashes, anything to accomplish your goals. Killing with core flips, that's just the ZZZ. That's evergreen and always food. Doesn't matter what character. Now, both barriers are down for the side of Angle Senpai and Sky Jengi.
Yeah, another quick goal here for ZZZ. Just sinking it right in, making it look easy. Up 2-0. The points have been coming relatively quick this match. See if Sky Jengi and Angle Senpai can adjust to make things better with the quick crater maker on kickoff. Finds a really early KO there. Has it up again already. Like, it's just how quick this cooldown is. Why Luna is like so strong is because she's balanced around having long cooldowns, but not in this game mode at
Better
all.
cooldowns.
Yeah, and two
Oh, so nice
core
to
flips
steer.
available here as well. The second barrier now falling. Breezy looking to get the core back around. A core flip kill from ZZZ. Gets a second one, but 3Z take it off the board right at the wrong time. And ZZZ has to fall back to do a little bit of defense there. And 3Z is back. And some damage coming out from Angle Senpai right now. ZZZ is not looking healthy, but they do have the Cosmic Intervention. A nice shot there. We'll get around on the top side, and 3Z Breezy brings them to match point.
Yeah, I mean, this is not looking great for the side of Sky Jengi and Angle Senpai. I mean, there's just so much pressure that ZZZ and 3Z are able to just push out. But I mean, pressure does not matter if you get hooked off the map. That is, you know, the win con from this team is, you know, get rid of one of them with all of your abilities and cooldowns, right? Vice, Rasmus, that is what you want to be looking for. And they found it here on this point 4.
Alright, and Sky Jengi able to force it through with the whiplash there. Nice dribble off the expanse. We'll put Sky Jengi and Angle Senpai onto the board, but still in a match point scenario. It's not where you want to be against this team. It looks like they're off to already a really quick start on the kickoff of ZZZ, just getting that barrier very fast. A core flip from 3Z sets them up for another one, and that's an open goal now. They're trying to find the KO onto ZZZ, just dumping everything they have, but 3Z still holding on to the core, trying to force it through. ZZZ is so hurt, but they lose the second barrier now.
Oh, no.
ZZZ picks up a KO, though, trying to get back to find the core flip. 3Z with a shot through the alleyway is actually just going to be good enough to get it in. And that's match 1 going over to 3Z And ZZZ.
I mean, just incredibly well played from 3Z and ZZZ. I mean, they put up the pressure. 3Z was able to just get in there and support ZZZ, past the midfield line. There was just not enough that Sky Jengi and Angle Senpai could do. I mean, especially when you've got the shark in the water of ZZZ. I mean, didn't even get as many KOs as I would expect from a ZZZ or that he got earlier in these games. I mean, only 3. That was enough. That was enough to put away Angle Senpai and Sky Jengi for this game 1. We'll see how it what they swing back with, right? I mean, they have another chance. It's a best of 3.
Yeah, that they do. And find out about this map. Looks like we don't have it just yet, but find out in
We
a second,
are.
yeah. So, is there ever a point where you ban 3Z's Atlas?
I think it's very possible. The only time we've seen 3Z lose so far in this 2v2 portion was when he was off the Atlas, when he had picked up that Kazan. I think if you're not going to be banning the Luna, I think you have to ban out the Atlas, I think. Because I don't think that you can do anything to target ZZZ, right? They're going to get Luna if you don't ban X. Or if you do ban X. And if you don't ban X, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, you ban the Atlas. Try it. See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? You put 3Z back on Kazan and you win? We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like such a weird ban considering like how many things you want to ban. But it could just be they could just ban the Luna, but then that puts ZZZ right back on the X, right?
Exactly.
And with mirrors allowed, it's very difficult to take things off the table. So I think the map is hopefully gonna have to play into this a bit, but I mean 3Z and ZZZ just look like such a strong team, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild they end up here in the losers, but they're like looking like pretty confident to be able to take it and get back into 3v3 stage, and everyone's readied up. So we'll be jumping into it pretty shortly here.
Pretty shortly indeed.
Looks like it's Inky's. Finally,
Inky's.
They have selected Inky's splash zone. We're going there.
My goodness. Splish splash.
Shakes up everything.
I am so excited for this Lego match. You do not understand. I saw Inky's on the list. I thought, there's no way. There's no way anyone ever. They did it. They're going to Inky's splash zone. Oh my.
Yeah. It's gonna be a match for sure. This shakes up quite a lot. It's already a very volatile map and a really volatile game mode. But we'll see. It looks like they could just be going for the Luna here again. And the Octavia, honestly, would be really good as well, with so much space to just run around.
I am very interested to see what the goalie picks are. I imagine we might see another Rune ban coming out, just because that sounds exceptionally strong, right? You can just, it's going to be Rasmus. Oh, right. You could just, oh, that would be incredible. The hook
and
into
the Rasmus and Luna.
It's gone.
Yeah, the hook into the water cannons would be.
Where's your car?
Your
I saw,
car!
yeah, 3Z was playing. I knew he would pull something out. I knew it. I am so happy to see this pick coming through.
Yeah, this is something different. I haven't really seen this today. So we'll have to see how this goes on the goalie slot as well. So some options for gear to look at. A Jakar
Ooh.
mirror! And an
Jakar-
X mirror!
it's
Jakar
a
X
full mirror.
mirror!
It's a full mirror. Everyone, type your cinemas in the chat.
I mean, this might not be cinema. This might be a sweep. You don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but I am. My fingers are crossed. And hey, even if it's not cinema, it's still a goddamn movie. All right, Lego Mage. As we're looking at Poldrin's strike shot coming out here.
All right.
It is angle on the
Wow.
X.
Barely missing the barrier on the kickoff there. It's kind of wild, but that Molten
that's a
Bolt
kill
does quite a
zone.
bit of damage. I mean, you see ZZD and Sky Jenki going at it. Sky Jenki getting the better that trade. Barrier's getting traded here. A nice elusive to avoid the water cannon, but going to get KO'd here by Angle. And
Ooh.
Jengi able to win up in the top side. The Lizard Wars ensuing. That's the first point for Angle Senpai and Sky Jengi.
Oh yeah, I guess Drakkar is just right back in the war mines. You know, came from that planet of warmonger, the lizard people, and now he's fighting this business lizard for his right to continue at URFLOCK, right? But you know, ZZZ's just chain dying now in this map. Barrier does go down. It's open for both of them. ZZZ back again.
Oh, and a little bit out of position there. 3Z Breezy was pushed really far up and couldn't land the molten bolts. Angle Senpai just brought it all around off that bank of the wall, and now, well, it's the opposite of the first match here. It's the red side that are starting to kind of switch. They do lose their barrier pretty early here, and 3Z Breezy just sinking it in with that shotgun in the corner. Powerhouse little blitz offense there to bring it back and put ZZZ and 3Z on the board.
I mean, that was awesome. That was some mono-and-mono action between ZZZ and Angle Senpai. They dashed at each other and punched each other. It was glorious to watch. But yeah, I mean, they are just being wrong right now as it is being tossed around. ZZZ is the target of KOs, and Angle Senpai just went too far on that. You can't be doing that.
Oh.
Went too hard on the KO. Unfortunately, lost the barrier, and that put 3Z Breezy just in the perfect position to get the goal right through Sky Jengi with a nice play shotgun. So it's like, you can't, you have to keep your focus on the core. We've seen this enough times so far in URFLOCK. You can't take your eyes off for a second.
Especially on this map, it's so open, and things can just slip around you right here. The barrier's going down pretty quick as core flips traded. The juice coming out from 3Z. Saved away. Now Angle Senpai turn to send a cannon. That's going to pick up a KO as well, putting pressure on the goal. Going into cloak mode, doesn't quite find it. ZZZ's back online now as 3Z trying to work it back up. But there goes for the bull rush, hits it with just the tail end of it. Is able to sink it in, push 3Z and ZZZ on match point.
Yeah, Sky Jengi, they're trying to, you know, stack damage on the raid boss. Unfortunately, just put the core inside his AoE zone, and he was able to get the bull rush score because of it. Unfortunate, but ZZZ will take advantage of that.
The first barrier here going down for the red side. 3Z activates the water cannon, brings it down into there. Core flip from Sky Jengi, saves it away. ZZZ able to clear it back. Now they're trying to set up in this corner once again. Didn't quite get much going there, but they have a flip on 3Z that they can work with. But Sky Jengi able to steal the barrier away now. Molten Bolt comes in. Core flip from Angle Senpai. It's a KO here from Sky Jengi. Set up the water cannon. Sky Jengi wants this point, brings us to the top side. 3Z defends. ZZZ comes back online. Bellringer backwards, but it's all good.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, it was 3Z Breezy. That was a bank shot off the bottom wall. And then it bounced to the top and hit the demon angle. Go in. So it's 3Z and ZZZ. They'll take it in the losers qualifiers. They'll be moving on to 3v3, and they will get their pick.
Yeah, they will. And hey, Inky Splash, we got to see some splish splash all around. Well played from 3Z Breezy and ZZZ. Really to put that pressure on, but Sky Jengi, Angle Senpai today. I wonder, which one do you think is going to get drafted? Who do you think really showed up there?
I think it might be Sky Jengi.
Think so? Yeah, I could see that.
I think it might be Sky Jengi going over. Oh, we just getting that word now that they did in fact pick Sky Jengi. So,
all right. You know, I thought maybe there was an angle there for 3Z to like get out of the goal box, but if I remember correctly, maybe Sky Jengi. I think I remember him playing some goalie, so maybe there is that on the table still as well. But they will be taking Sky Jengi.
Yeah, I mean that's all for the 2v2s. The 2v3 portion of the tournament, the teams have been decided. So, well, you have anything to say, Sakin, before we dip out of here?
Yeah, hey, if you are watching the stream right now and you've got a Twitch Prime available, you know, maybe just so you know, don't know if you've heard, in the 3v3 portion of URFLOCK, subs for the channel will be able to vote on an awakening to add to the pool. So you can add something funny, like, what is it, specialized training. That one would be great. You can add something that would probably make the players want to pull their hair out, like Timeless Creator or a Dash Awakening. But hey, that's all I want to say. if you got a Twitch Prime, use it. You can add your vote to the pool. So stay tuned for that 3v3.
Yeah, that's all from us. So.
Oh yeah. It's like Keen and Lego Mage signing off.
No.
Hey, everybody. My name is Mexicasual. I am joined with Sovereign Stank, and this is the 3v3 finals for the URFLOCK tournament hosted by Achi. Thank you again, Achi, for hosting this really fun tournament to be participating in. Unfortunately, me and Sov were knocked down in the first round of the 2v2s, but regardless, I'm having a lot of fun watching these matches. I hope you are too, Sov.
I'm having a blast watching these matches. Every single match so far has been really, really fun to watch, and I'm excited to see how these matches are going to go as well.
Yeah, we're currently moving on to the 3v3 finals here. We got Fudgy Waffles, Katsuna, and Luke, and Zoro, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon. I believe in the winner's side. And then we have Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy as well. So these three teams are going to be qualifying for the 3v3. And we're actually going to go into a new map pool. It's going to be all three Tea-Time Tussle maps, corner pockets, back-to-back, and about face. Game one's always going to be played on corner pockets, so that's going to be fun. And then after that, the loser selects a map that they haven't won on yet. So it's definitely going to be a lot of chaos, considering we're not going to be playing on traditional maps. So we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. And for these maps as well, like the absolute chaos that is like back to back corner pocket. All these maps are gonna be so interesting to see how both of these teams could play on them. So it is going to be really interesting to see what happens. See what picks come out as well. Noticeably, last game with in the 2v2 stage, we saw Zoro and Jules break out characters like Vice and X in both with X in the goal knight and Vice on the forward position. So really interesting to see what they break out here.
Well, yeah, Jules is known for his Vice and his Kazan. So it doesn't surprise me that he's pulling it out in this tournament here, especially with all the ridiculous amount of knock that she does. In like without the awakenings, even with the awakenings, it's like she's killing you from like midfield. On top of that, that ult is really good for zone control. It's kind of similar to like Finny ult, where if you're caught in it and you don't have evade, you're kind of screwed. Especially in this game mode.
Absolutely. And if I believe that I believe both these teams are still discussing, band phase and map and band and picks will be coming up soon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I forgot about that. What was it?
Yeah. We just got
gotcha.
word from production that currently we are discussing what awakenings to add in to the pool today. And again, if you wish to add more awakenings, drop a sub to twitch.tv/achichug to add more awakenings to the pool.
Your sub, you get to vote on what awakenings get to be added for the 3v3 finals. I heard before from Zoro that they wanted to add either 1-2 punch or what was it? Specialized trading?
Specialized trading, yes.
I mean, to be fair, those would be funny awakenings. 1-2 punch just would cause so much more chaos on top of everything else that's already on there. All that power, everything's just gonna kill in one hit.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, sorry, 2 hits since you need to proc the 1-2 punch.
Absolutely. Like seeing characters like noticeably in the earlier stages too, in the earlier portions of stage 2, having seen a lot of Juliet come out. Notably in my match against Fudgy Waffles and Sky Jenge, we'd seen the Juliet come out for Sky Jenge and characters like Rasmus Goalie onto Fudgy Waffles. So it's going to be really interesting to see what these forward players are going to be picking for these maps.
Yeah, I mean, we got players like Luke who went undefeated in the 1v1s. Luke went 9-0. Overgrown Lemon also with a really impressive win rate, 12-4. Both of them being in the finals is really no surprise. And I believe 3Z in the West Coast bracket also kind of dominated. Not as impressive, but 3-0 is nothing to scoff at. Still 100% win rate regardless. Three 3Z out here with ZZZ, both arguably being really good at KOs, especially ZZZ. That man's just a beast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And having seen earlier in the earlier games that were on stream, ZZ was putting in a lot of work on that Luna character. Getting a lot of really good chaos to force the power play situations and be able to open up a room for 3Z to get in and score that ball. Most notably on that Project Xenocloak map on the Atlas goalie.
Oh yeah, they don't call him the Iron Wall for nothing. Knowers know.
Absolutely. So while we are waiting for these awakenings to be voted on, what are your predictions, Mexicasual? Who do you think will be moving on to the grand final after this game?
Honestly, I'm tossed between Zoro, Jules, and Lemon, and Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy. Katsuna and Fudgy, both notable national players, but that's for traditional Mega Strikers, not Irv. Irv is a completely different beast. So, I've seen OSAS players and NAST players beat both of these people in the 2v2s pretty notably. Actually, it really depends on who can get started.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is going to be really interesting to see the strategies these two teams bring out. Having Luke on, assuming Luke is going to be on the forward position, but knowing this guy, he can play any single role here. Any honestly, anyone can play any single role here and get away with it. So it's going to be really interesting to see what composition Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy Waffles cook up. But for for the team of the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon, we're gonna see what these two forward players, Jules and Overgrown Lemon, are gonna be running. Earlier in the match we saw Lemon putting in a lot of work on that Rasmus character, and also seeing Jules as well on the flights, the lethal amount of presence in that game. In that game, he
Yeah.
played it. So it is going to be really interesting to see what these players cook out. And the Fool, no stranger to running like running these characters at will, lock it down. Seeing his rune, seeing him play rune, and also seeing him play the X to some success. So it's gonna be interesting, especially
Yeah.
on maps like Corner Pocket where these goals are so spread apart.
And do keep in mind, Rune is banned for the 3v3s. Juno and Rasmus were banned for the 1v1s. For good reason, too, as I experience in the 2v2. The Rasmus is kind of busted with all that size. Especially if you take Baldrins, you're basically playing a ranged character at that point.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Um,
There's a lot of lethality with that Rasmus character too. Having, especially in the forward position where taking pummels will give you all that extra knockback, which goes so far for the character too, being so strong in this game mode.
100%, 100%. Yeah, Rune in the 1v1s and in the 2v2s seemed, at least in the 1v1s, I definitely seemed pretty oppressive. At least from what I played of him and from what I saw. I think the other notable picks probably, in my opinion, are Aimi. Besides the three band characters, Rasmus, Juno, and Rune now, but Aimi I think is a really good pick. I Jubu is kind of underrated. I'm gonna be real.
I haven't seen enough of the Jubo character in this sort of style. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does in this game mode. Notably in ones he's able to just lock it. He's just able to completely shut it down and be able to just hold and make it so you just cannot score on him. So in this game mode, especially on these maps, putting us onto corner pocket, putting us onto back to back or about face. It's going to be interesting to see what these characters do to prolong to pan out and see how these games are going to go. Notably, I think, talk about the band picks. I think Rasmus will still get a lot of coming up too. I believe that Rasmus is going to be putting in a lot of work for these players, and I think they will be doing a lot. It'll be interesting to see what these people pick as well.
Yeah, I originally thought Atlas was pretty bad in the wavy ones, which I mean he was, considering he didn't really apply much forward pressure, so you kind of just were defending most of the time and getting a lucky shot off with thanks to hotshot and all that power that you have. And the 2v2s, I feel like is a little bit more notable since you could play the goalie position a little bit more comfortably without having to push up as often and just letting your forward take care of it. And I thought that was going to be the case for 3v3s, but having it be 3 tea time tussle maps kind of changes my opinion about that. Considering there's multiple angles to cover, and I don't think Atlas can just cover all those at the same time. So I don't think Atlas is going to be very effective as a goalie, or as a pick in general for these 3v3s. Notable probably going to be Luna, Vice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Aimee as well. Aimee turret's really oppressive, especially if they add 1-2 punch in.
The
All
tie,
right.
but it's a tie. Interesting.
Yeah, just got word from production here. It was actually a tie between the top 2 awakenings here, so we're gonna add Aerials and Stagger Swagger.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens from here with Aerials and Stagger Striker being the two most picked awakenings. Whether these both get put in or whether it's a new pull for both of these. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Seeing how if Aerials comes in, gives characters like Estelle a lot more Luna a lot more lethality because they have this extra range and able to proc the Deadeye from further. As well, and 1-2 punch coming as well, going to be really lethal for a lot of these brawlers. Juliet and X going to be getting a lot of mileage as well as characters you wouldn't really expect, now or Luna. These characters can get a lot of mileage out of this awakening in this game mode. So
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you have so much power and Deadeye to top it all off, you don't really need anything like Missile Prop to give you extra damage on your projectiles when you already have so much power. You just need that little bit of extra range just to confirm that kill, or just reach that core a little bit in situations where you normally wouldn't be able to reach it.
mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
and I think it looks like we are starting to get into the bans.
okay. Yeah, I mean, the Fool's Band Luna, I mean, makes sense. Luna's kind of a menace in this game.
Yeah, the judo band coming out from the side of Luke's team, and the Rasmus first pick for the Fool. Could this be a Raz goalie, or could it be just the forward Rasmus onto Overgrown Lemon? It'd be very interesting to see.
I think it might be the forward Rasmus onto Overgrown Lemon. I mean, Rasmus pick definitely not a surprise there. Although Drek Estelle, kind of a surprise. I mean, with the Aerials addition to the Awakening pool, it makes sense getting that extra range. My prediction is probably going to be either Strike Shot Estelle or Strike Shot Drakkar. All that extra range is going to do wonders for either of these characters, and the Strike Shot is just going to be even more massive. While the Fool's team is opting into damage, going Vice is X, more than likely going to be the Fool's X goalie. And to top it all off, we have a Atlas pick. Not sure if that's going to be a forward Atlas or not, but we'll see. We'll see when the match starts.
Absolutely, and we're just gonna see how this pans out. Definitely interesting the comp for Luke's team. The Drakkar and Estelle. Having Aerials come into the draft is going to be very interesting for these characters, given the extra mileage and the extra range. Notably for Drakkar, the Molten Bolt a very versatile awakening for picking off KOs. It's gonna be giving him that extra range on the ability will make it so like he can swipe you from even further if you're not careful. And the Estelle, assuming this is Estelle goalie, which I don't think it will be, assuming the Atlas will be taking her place in the goal net. These characters are going to be getting a lot more range, and especially with how powerful Estelle's secondary is in this game mode, we're going to be seeing a lot of scales come out from the side of Luke's team.
Yeah, especially
Whereas-
considering the fact that Corner Pockets has the IME at black holes as well. Definitely a lot of surprise KOs coming out.
Oh, and it looks like we're getting into the match right now.
Yeah, we're starting it up here.
Really excited to see what these players be cooking up with these picks.
100% here. We're
Will we
getting
see-
into it now.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Will we see a bunch of KOs come out from the side of the Fool, from the Fool and Overgrown Lemon, and just from the Fool's damage, and like from the Fool's team in general, like seeing what the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon are going to do. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to deal all of this damage and how they're going to overwhelm the side of Luke Katsuna and Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it's going to be a classic battle of damage versus core control. Seeing if Luke's team can outlive all the damage that they can put out enough to be able to take the barriers and score the goal. But it looks like actually it's going to be a Rasmus goalie for Zoro's team. And that's kind of a surprise, honestly. Jules with the Vice, not a surprise there, and Lemon going on the X. Excited to see what he can pull out. On the other side, we have Fudgy Waffles on the Estelle, Katuna on the Jakar, and Luke on the Atlas.
Yeah, the first barrier already dropping on the side of the Fools. The KO also coming out onto all these players. The pressure mounting as well. The Crystal Thorns coming out. Another KO found, proccing that recovery drone. His core is flying just everywhere across the map.
Yeah, we saw a KO there from Katsuna here. And Jules they're already expending the recovery drone from Jules. Kills are coming out left and right.
Oh my God.
Two barriers down for blue side, one barrier down for red side. It's still anybody's game, honestly. That's just the way URF works here.
Yeah, and another KO coming out onto Overgrown Lemon from the hook, coming cross map. The stagger on the side of the Fool's team looking very low right here. And then the KO found onto Lemon again. Oh, and the KO found onto Jules as well. That's another barrier dropping for the side of the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon. Can they hold this off? The court or flying into the net of Luke Katsuna and Luke's team, Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles.
Yeah, starting off the next round here. Strong start from Zoro's team here. Estelle almost dead. Although they get a double kill, although they lose the barrier here, they have to capitalize off this power play. And they do. They get a barrier here, kill the Atlas, and again, still keeping this power play going. Although Luke's team coming out with some kills of their own, killing Overgrown Lemon. Although they're coming right back in here. Lemon immediately going for the kill.
This damage is absolutely something. KO's flying out left and right, and another one found onto the side of Fudgy Waffles, Katsuna, and Luke. And the Fool walking up with the pendulum swing, sending it into the top side of the corner pocket barrier, the corner pocket goal.
Yeah, the extra speed from Stagger Swagger and the extra range from Aerials is really proving to be effective here, considering the fact that bodies are flying left and right, just like that. Overgrown Lemon gets taken out.
And
Katuna finally using the recovery drone.
And just like these KOs flying around left and right, these barriers are dropping like flies this entire game. This core flying around at Mach speed, just sending this core as far as it can and as fast as it can. And Katsuna sneaking up and striking it into the goal for to start clawing back a bit of a lead onto the side of the Fool, Overgrown Lemon, and Jules.
Yeah, that Xeno cloak proving to be really effective to kind of hide among all this chaos that's going on right now. Start of this third point. Barriers are lasting a little longer than I expected here, which is which is a nice pleasant surprise. Almost gets it there though, just to barely missed the that barrier. Although now it goes down. Zoro able to save that barrier. Double KO from Overgrown Lemon. But Luke able to save it, but not for long as it goes in to Overgrown Lemon's Bull Rush.
Yeah, at that point is going to bring us to match point for the side of the Fool, Overgrown Lemon, and Jules. The Atlas secondary not quite working out in Luke's favor and making the core go in. You see this first barrier drop on the top side of this map for the side of Fudgy Waffles team, and just this damage is just, oh my god. And like I said, this damage is just coming out of nowhere. These KOs are coming out of nowhere too, just flying out left and right, power play after power play being forced by the side of Fudgy Waffles, Luke, and Katsuna. And
Yeah,
the stray pendulum swing is gonna send that in, and that'll be the first point to the side of the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon for this first best of 5.
yeah. I think in this game mode in URF, I don't think there's any room for core control. I think it's damage or die. Katsuna doing really well with confirming those kills as Jakar with the ult into shotgun combo, and Overgrown Lemon honestly doing a really good job confirming kills with the bull rush into the ult, or even just off of the stray bell ringers. The knockback is just so oppressive.
Absolutely, and we can see from all these KOs, KOing is the name of the game. As long as you can force that power play and force your opponents into a frenzy, you will absolutely be winning in most scenarios. And especially with how chaotic it is having 3 players, a 3v3 scenario for these players, it could go any way. And I think the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon, they all demonstrated perfectly why damage is kingly in this format.
Yeah, especially in these type maps like corner pockets, about face, and back to back. These are all really tight maps where basically any hit from any of these characters is basically going to send you into the walls. Although, I mean, Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy Waffles doing a really good job of staying alive. Actually, Fudgy Waffles, I believe, didn't lose his recovery drone until the second to last point. I could be wrong, might have been the last one. But point is, he was able to survive for a very long time before his first KO. Before he got KO'd for the first time.
Absolutely, and yeah, I mean, getting these KOs is super valuable. Getting these first KOs onto anyone in this game is going to be super valuable, and having the lead on your recovery drone will keep you in the play a lot longer, and prevent you from being permanently KO'd, which is not something you want to be seeing, especially on these tight maps like corner pocket, and also in all these other maps like about face or back to back. So it could be really interesting to see how the side of Zoro, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon are going.
I think Sov may be having some connection issues here. But that's not going to stop us from having this next match here. Looks like we're going to be switching sides here with Zoro's team being on red side, Luke being on blue side. Considering, I'm not sure if that affects any type of any pick bans for the characters, but we did just get word from our production that we're going to back for the next map. Interesting to see how this is going to unfold. Considering back to back is a very awkward, to say the least.
Absolutely, and try as Zoro's team might with these KOs. So KOing if my mic's connection for there as well. It's gonna be interesting to see how they play here on back-to-back, and seeing how they can force their win con through damage and keeping the side and keeping Fudgy Waffles' team just completely KO'd and out of the play.
Yeah, considering there's no merit strikers here, the pick bans are definitely going to be a big factor when deciding the team synergies here. Going, I'm not sure if we're going to let any of these three keep any of their original picks. If I were on Luke's side, I'd probably ban the Vice. I'm not gonna lie, the Vice seemed pretty oppressive, especially with the aerial, that extra range, just being able to confirm kills where you normally wouldn't. I saw a couple of times where Jewel hit a primary max range and ended up KOing a couple of players from the enemy team. And
Yeah, and
that
like
sorry, you can go.
yeah, no, sorry. And to back up what you're saying about that Vice, Jules was doing really well in that Vice, very lethal on the character. And as we were getting into this character pick ban, Luke's team decided to ban out the X, noticing that last game it was keeping them out of the play. It was having a really big presence and keeping them out of the play for a while, and decided the full banning the Luna away. This first pick for Luke's team as well, taking this Erasmus, a strong pick that Zora was using to sneak a lot of these goals in on corner pocket, and maybe a bit of a misban, maybe a bit of a confused, maybe a little bit of doubt in what to ban. Vice coming through for the side of the Fools team and the IME too. Very interesting pick as well. We can see that the Julia and the Juno get picked for Luke's team, and rounding off our last character pick, we have an Asher coming out, presumably for Overgrown Lemon.
Yeah. I think Overgrown Lemon's a real menace on pretty much any brawler you put him. He has a Centauro, he has an Axe, he has Erasmus, so you really can't ban Overgrown Lemon. Jules, on the other hand, if he doesn't have Vice, he will probably go Kazan, which isn't as strong as a midfield pick. But again, on these unorthodox maps like back-to-back and corner pockets, it really doesn't matter what you pick on your position. Traditional picks or unorthodox picks all can work in this game mode, especially considering the extended range you have, the power, extra speed. You can really make anything work.
Absolutely, and the Juno pick, very interesting for this map. I'm interested to see what Kata is going to be able to pull up, what Kata is going to be doing with all these slimes out in the play. The Julia actually going on to Fudgy Waffles as well. This is very interesting to see. So the forward pairing of Juno and Juliet going to be very strong, closing off a lot of area for the Fools team, and gonna be restricting them a lot. Each slime acting as a landmine for them, and gonna be really hard to walk around this map with all these slimes in the play.
Yeah, on the other side we have Aimi, Vice, and Asher. Really, again, going for that strong KO comp. Going for that strong KO comp, and we'll see how this goes.
Absolutely. Starting off on this kickoff, we corresponds onto the left side. KO already being found onto Fudgy Waffles with that blink, and with aerials being in the draft now. We're gonna be seeing a lot of these surprise KOs come out with that added dash range as well from Overgrown Lemon. You can see another KO another potential KO being found, and both teams starting to lose their recovery drone. That extra quick that one get out of jail free card they have for these dangerous KOs that can be found.
Yeah. Look, it looks like Overgrown Lemon's already been Fudgy Waffles has already been KO'd here. Already losing his recovery drone as well, while the 2-to-1 ratio for recovery drone here is a big difference here. That means somebody's able to die once and be able to recover without any real repercussions here. As we see here, he's got a triple KO. Jules able to recover back from it, but immediately gets killed after. And Luke's team's really here on the offense with no sight of stopping. Zoro Jules doing their best to try to stop everything, to try to stop this oppressive offense as much as they can. But there's so many kills going on right now.
Oh my god.
both sides.
Yeah.
And Zoro just barely not able to save that one. The Asher Shield just wasn't fast enough.
Absolutely. All these slimes already showing that you're not gonna be able to get around on this map. And oh my god, a cross map hook coming out from Luke, 2 of them now KOing 2 members of the side of what is it, the Fool's team. This whole comp they have running is extremely lethal, and a flip used by Fudge Waffles to score it in there. We're already seeing these cross map KOs coming in from both sides. It's honestly, this is so interesting to see from both of these teams, and you really have to play careful with your evade meter, to make sure you don't get KO'd right off the bat and put yourself at an immediate disadvantage.
Yeah, just like that, Asher gets KO'd there from the Rasmus hook from across the map. That Ariel's really putting in work, and Luke confirms the goal.
I mean, the comp that these two are running are just absolutely lethal. This Rasmus character, honestly being a really strong pick for this map. We can see right there the range that he has as well, with both hook and primary, finding a KO onto the Fool just there, and it's good. And it's honestly just providing so much area denial for these players on the side of on the Fool's team. Just it's just a slaughter. They just cannot live. They can't live against this comp.
Yeah, the Asher Shield buying a couple more seconds, even though everybody was KO'd, but it doesn't matter. Fudgy Waffles going in there, being extremely impressive. Luke with the hooks, and Katsuna with the Juno slimes. Just what can you do against that?
Seems that they weren't able to do much, and that is a swift 4-0 for the side of Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles. That match not lasting for only almost 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Paling in comparison to the length of some of the matches from before.
Yeah, Luke, I think, is definitely the MVP here with 11 KOs and the second most damage on the team. First being Katsuna with the Juno slimes. Juno surprisingly able to do a lot of damage, but not very good at KOing.
Yeah,
But-
absolutely.
Mhm.
And with the amount of damage that was coming out from these slimes and from Fudgy Waffles and Luke, with the dash punches and the Rasmus hooks from cross stage, just absolutely demolishing the stagger and just the lives of the Full, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon. So it's going to be interesting to see how they game plan into this next game and see what they can do to come back from such a convincingly overwhelming loss from them. Ooh, so we're running it back to the same map. It's now the sides being swapped. So it's gonna be interesting to see what these teams pick. Both on the same map. Maybe we'll see a similar comp come out for Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles, or we might see something different this time. Maybe
Yeah.
seeing pairings like with Ariel's being back, seeing pairings like Estelle come out with the range, or maybe even seeing a Luna pick come out with these cross map nukes on kickoff. So gonna be very interested to see how this is gonna pan out.
Yeah, I definitely think a Rasmus ban is in order here, especially if they're running it back on back to back. Those Rasmus hooks were really oppressive, especially considering it garnered them 11 KOs, and basically made it so that they were able to score from anywhere.
Absolutely, just the overwhelming just the presence that all these players had was absolutely terrifying, and just absolutely just denying any sort of offensive pressure that the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon had wanted to gain. I think only seeing just maybe a few barriers dropping on the side of Fudgy Waffles, Katsuna, and Luke. So gonna be interested to see how the Fools team recovers and seeing how they can take such a staggering loss from last game and turn it around into a potential victory for themselves.
Yeah. We're getting into our pick ban phase here. Zoro's team bans Luna and Luke bans Rasmus. Funny enough, considering they're not the first pick anymore, so they're definitely anticipating that pick to be stolen from them. First pick is Exo, probably for Overgrown Lemon, and then followed up by the Juno Julie, the same comp that worked for them before. Only difference is that they're going to be is going to be an Estelle goalie. And for the side of the Fools, it's going to be an Atlas and a Vice. Vice probably going to Jules, and Atlas probably going to Zoro.
Yeah. And after seeing these bans come out as well, the Rasmus being banned from the side of Luke's team, very interesting to see how the composition of X, Atlas, and Vice are going to be working on this map. Zoro potentially going this character to prevent as many chaos from happening, and to give themselves a little cushion. Notably, perfect form is in this pool, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of cooldown come out as they stand, as some of these players stand in the ult and give that Atlas, who has notoriously long cooldowns, especially like still in this game mode too, giving him back some of his cooldowns and just being able to lock you down forever.
Yeah, not only do you have perfect form, but you also have hot shot, hitting the core harder and giving you cooldowns for it as well. All the sparks, including spark of leadership, 3 spark of leaderships all total with spark of cooldown, spark of power, spark of stagger as well. I'm excited to see how all that pans out here in this run back on back to back.
Absolutely, we already see the damage coming out onto the side of Zoro's team. It's like pale in comparison to what their original plan was. Like they said earlier, how they just want to kill, and just overwhelm the team. You see a missed dash punch from Jules, and that the live going down to give Jules a little bit of breathing room from these KOs. Both barriers down on the side of on either side of the field. Secondary coming out to try and stall us out as much as you can. The Juno putting in a lot of work too. The core flip denied from Jules. And another core flip used to get a KO, but Zoro looking a little old here. Not
Unfortunate own goal there with the secondary. Couldn't react to the flip.
Absolutely. Zoro still having this flip, still like having some cushion ready to be able to catch any of these flying cores coming out. We can already see one barrier dropping on the right side. Lemon trying to get in there with his ult, with his dash, trying to create as much pressure as he can to make it so the core doesn't fall to his back line. See, just constant holding it down there on that right side with these slimes. And just see how lethal this Juno pick is in this game mode as well.
Yeah, Zoro almost dying to the Estelle beam there. Doing his best to defend the core here. Bringing it over to the left side here. Going back to the right though, as Jules and Katuna match up in the 1v1. But Jules dies from the black hole, wasting his recovery drone. Now no longer having that failsafe to fall back on. Only person on Zoro's team to still have the recovery drone is Zoro. Meanwhile, every single person on Luke's team has already exhausted their recovery drone. Although they're looking to remove it from Zoro as well, as Luke tries to snipe that kill. But good save from Zoro here with the Atlas ult, able to bring back Overgrown Lemon and keep the power play going as they kill. Oh my god! A double kill!
Oh my god, the overwhelming pressure from the side of Zoro. Still holding, at Caster's curse right there. Like, still desperate. Oh my god! They like Zoro in the bottom side of this map, desperately trying to hold on to that barrier. Drops, and the core sliding in at an unfortunate angle out of the range of his strike shot.
Yeah, looking really impressive here. Fudgy Waffle looking to kill Jules here, while and Overgrown Lemon push the offense here. What a kill! There's so much going on and so much to keep track of.
Absolutely. Speaking of things that are hard to keep track of, these Juno slimes are giving the side of Jules, Overgrown Lemon, and Zoro a lot of trouble, making so they cannot get through this. They cannot get it past this bottom side. Katsuna having so much presence with this aerials, with all these slimes, making it so they cannot cross that mid line. Just absolutely denying any semblance of an offense from the side of Zoro's team.
Yeah, unfortunately they weren't able to make use of that power play by KOing Fudgy here, but still they're able to push the offense here. As Jewel gets KO'd and they're at a disadvantage again. Although Fudgy Waffle's looking a little worse for wear here, but it's the Estelle that gets KO'd. Fudgy still staggered, gets the orb, able to regain some health here, able to stay alive. Although not for long, as Jewel KOs them with the Visal.
Yeah, these strikers just flying off the map, as we can see the KOs being found left and right. And on goal from Overgrown Lemon, putting Fuji Waffle's team on match point. This is looking scary for the side of the full Overgrown Lemon and Jules.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think that was an unfortunate connection issue there, causing Zoro to lag a little bit. Although, great start for them here, able to defend the one barrier, and it looks like they're starting the offense here. Can they get this goal?
It appears they cannot. The core flying back onto the side of the Fool. Lemon coming back up, ready to start this offense with Jules, finding KO onto Katsuna. The slime sending the core everywhere. Lemon with another KO found. That's an ace, and that's a score from Overgrown Lemon, putting the first point on the board for the side of the Fool. This is the start of a comeback. This could be the start of a comeback for the side of Overgrown Lemon, the Fool and Katsuna.
Yeah, if they can replicate what they just did on that point, I think they have a pretty good chance of making this comeback here. Although Overgrown Lemon looking worse for Rares and gets KO'd. As Zoro does his best to defend against this power play here, putting up the res as a safety net here, and Overgrown Lemon just goes and gets the point.
That's another point on to that's another point to the side of the Fool. This is good. They're looking really strong here. They're looking very strong. Already finding these entry KOs onto. That's an ace. That's an ace found. Creating so much pressure. And another team like putting this onto a point. I would say a 0.7.
Yeah, looks like Lemon's waking up a little bit here, able to get those kills, able to score those points, able to make magic happen here with this comeback. As long as Jules and Zoro can hold on just long enough for Lemon to get those kills, I think they're in good hands.
Absolutely. We can already see Jules walking up, taking that first barrier while still low. Just holding on for dear life. So you can try and help Zoro defend these barriers using the flip here. So almost getting hitting the Sad Boys angle around that barrier on the left side. We can see the court, like Lemon is just putting in so much work. The flip burned, but won't be gone for long. So flipping it back up to try and get it around. Jewel sending the core over, hitting that barrier. Now pushing up with the core flip. The ego speed is up. Finds another KO onto Fudgy Waffles. Lemon looking for a dash. Cannot find the kill there. Zoro trying to hold it out. Jules flipping it up to Overgrown Lemon, but cannot find the angle. Lemon using his own flip, cannot find it as well. These KO, this looks like a stalemate. Both barriers are down.
Yeah, Zoro getting that KO on the Estelle here with the flip. That was big, but couldn't capitalize off of it, unfortunately. Good rotation here from Zoro. Can they make this happen? The flip comes out from Jules. Unfortunately, not much comes off it. But Overgrown Lemon able to make this power play and able to keep the power play pretty consistent here. Enough for them to keep the offense going. Although he gets KO'd, and it's time for Luke's team to start the offense.
Yeah, this Juno, this Estelle having so much range, and also this Juno being able to be pretty much omnipresent on this map, just making it so hard for Zoro to hold it down. That's Zoro down. Coming back up soon. Can Lemon defending this bottom side? He can. Zoro comes back up and is able to, and Zoro's down again. Never mind. Caster's curse. Lemon trying to keep this offense going on the left side. Like all these cooldowns being expended to just try and keep the core locked in there so they can live. That's a double KO from Luke. Jules now left to defend the entire. Everybody's back up here. The live coming out, trying to give that a bit of extra cushion. Now going away. Then there goes Lemon. This is absolutely like it is impossible to tell who's gonna win this. This is like all these players are looking really strong right now, just keeping the core flowing, stuck in an eternal stalemate. Onto who can keep it on locked on their the opponent's side.
Yeah, both of these teams really want the win right now, and Zoro coming out with the kill here, as well as Lemon making it into a 3v1, but they can't convert off of it, but they get the oh my goodness, another double KO, an ace. Can they score off of this? Unfortunately, they cannot. No, but the KOs still keep coming, still keeping the power play going. It's still a 3v2 here. And, oh, that almost goes in, but Zoro able to save it.
Lemon for Zoro's team to be able to win this, they need to keep finding these KOs onto Katsuna, onto Fudge Waffles, and onto Luke to keep this power play alive and keep them forever locked in a respawning loop. Now, both teammates down. Zoro coming back up, a KO found onto Fudgy Waffles. Can we get it up into their side to try and put them into a defensive stalemate? No, we cannot. A KO found onto Fudgy Waffles. Lemon looking really low, revived by the Celestial intervention. Now the core being stuck on the left side. Lemon dashing in to try and alleviate some of this defensive pressure and to try and put it in, and he does. The final point scored of this game. Lemon putting it in and getting another win for the side of the Fool, Jules, and himself.
Yeah, that was a really impressive final play there. Jules teleporting in with the ult, and Lemon able to just dash in with the Bull Rush and use the X Maximus to score the core. Not really giving them an option to clear it, unfortunately. But that secures them the win for this match, as they will be moving on to the finals.
Absolutely. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry, I just got word that it's best of 5, so we still have one more match going.
I mean, we can look at these stats here. It was an absolute bloodbath for the side of the Full Jules and Overgrown Lemon. Lemon getting 25 KOs, absolutely slaughtering the enemy team. Jules leading up behind him with 13, and Zoro getting 6 for himself. Not too shabby. That game looked like a stalemate. It looked like it could have been anyone's game in that last point. The core is stuck in an eternal stalemate of ping-ponging back and forth between all the slimes, the cosmic expanses, every single awakening, every single cooldown being expended to try and force some advantage through either KO or through either just random angles coming out of nowhere to put the core into the net.
Yeah. Well, just got word from production. We're going to about face for the 4th map. Can the side of Fools close it out, or will we be going to a game 5? Let's see in this next match here as the drafts start soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking to see how they can replicate, how the Fools team can replicate this, the same kind of win condition they had from the last game. We're gonna see here in just a sec how what they pick and what they're going to be doing to find these KOs. If they continue with their KO game plan, continue to find these KOs onto Fudgy Waffles, Luke, and Katsuna. So it could be really interesting to see what happens here and see how they can force their win con on this map. About face being a pretty large map in comparison to the other maps in this rotation currently. So it's going to be interesting to see how these points might get drawn out, or how just in general these games are just gonna drag on. We can already see right here the X band coming out from Luke's team, and also the Rasmus band from from the Fools team as well, looking to not get KO'd by these cross map hooks either. If I were Luke, if I were Luke Cottonite and Fudgy Waffles, I would be really careful on these. If the Rasmus had gone through, I would have been really careful on these kickoffs, having to be worrying about if these cross map hooks were going to be coming out.
Yeah, I mean, the X band makes sense. The Rasmus band makes sense. The first pick for Luke's side is Juno, probably going to Katsuna. That Juno's been very oppressive, really good at for core control, and really good for damage as well. Overall, just a really good pick for the team, for the side of Luke.
Absolutely. And if I were the full team, I would be a little worried about this Juno pick coming back through. Definitely going to be something that's going to be worth noting. Something that's going to be worth noting, and also the fact that this Juno pick, notoriously a very strong one as well. Just gonna see how much offensive pressure this character creates. You can also see the Fools team picking the Atlas and the Vice again. No stranger to these picks, putting up an insane performance on these in this last game on these picks. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they manage on about base and seeing what else gets drafted by these teams.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Going with the same exact goalie midfielder comp makes sense. They were able to output that damage. Zoro was really good with the reses and really good at being able to make sure that this team didn't die long enough to really make an impact on the game. For the side of Luke, we have Luna and Aimi, three long range characters. Not really. Really good at being able to keep the core on the other side of the field, but if it comes back to their side, they might be in a little bit of trouble. That being said, Overgrown Lemon picking Zentaro, one of his main picks, playing it a little bit in the 1v1s, really good at it, really good at comboing those abilities and making it work. We'll see how it goes in the 3v3s, considering there's a lot more to look out for as opposed to the 1v1s.
Absolutely. As we get started into this match right now, taking a look at these two comps drafted, the Juno Luna and Aimi, definitely going to be interesting to see how they work on this map with how tight these corners are as well, especially in the back line, where the goals are. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams defend their berries, especially if I'm the Fool, if I'm Zoro or the Fool. I'm definitely a little worried with all these creations coming out from the Luna and from the Juno and the Aimi. Definitely going to be something interesting to see.
100% here. As we go into this next match, we will see how the Zentaro differs from the X. A little bit more of a technical character here. Going to require a little bit more execution here, so to say, as opposed to the X, where you just kind of pop ult and kind of go wild. The second barrier goes down here though for the side of the Fool here, leaving them with an open net. But Overgrown Lemon able to start an offense here, and it doesn't matter. Katsuna able to kill Zoro and flip in order to score that first point.
Yeah, absolutely, and we can see already these creation characters providing a lot of trouble for the Fools team. The core being stopped by one of the slimes there. I also just want to note the gears by these players, pummelers being the most popular pick for the forwards, giving them the extra mileage with the 10% knockback increase they get from this gear choice, making these KOs a lot more potent with all this power in this game. We're gonna see two barriers down for the side of the Fool. One barrier remaining for Fudgy Waffles team. When KO's found, we can see right here that Pummer's Valley coming in, getting these KOs a lot more easily, just making it so that stepping anywhere is a death sentence.
Yeah, just like we saw there, being in that tight kind of like hallway, I guess you could say, from behind the goal line makes it really difficult to defend, especially against, say, a Luna nuke, or even an Aimi turret. But Zoro doing a really good job of holding here. About to lose his first barrier. About to lose his life. Has to spend the flip to not die here. Both of his teammates are dead. They're trying to go for the third kill. Get both the barriers. their way to score the goal. Lemon really good defense here. And Zoro able to steal that last barrier here, making it for both sides.
Yeah, but also Zoro dropping from the power of the from the enemy team's power, coming back up now. Core's in a neutral position, trying to defend this and trying to keep the core off their side. The KO found onto the IME, and that's going to be another goal. Well, that's going to be a goal for Overgrown Lemon and putting the first point onto the side of the fool.
Yeah, this next round's going to be explosive here. Already with the IME turret, with the slimes, with the Luna Dash here. Both teams are doing everything they can to steal this first barrier here as it goes to the side of Zoro. And Zoro doing a really good job of defending here. Katuna almost dead, dies to the Vice hold here, and Zoro pushing up the offense, pushing up to midfield here. Not a care in the world, able to defend this first barrier without any issues thanks to the Atlas Expanse. And still doing a really good job of holding it down here. Not a single barrier lost on the side of blue team here. As I say that, Cassius currently lose their first barrier. But Zoro's still alive, still able to hold it down here. Oh, but it slips past, and this is looking a little bit dangerous for Zoro's team. Able to save himself from the Atlas Expanse, and gets lucky with the sad boy angle.
Absolutely. Zoro, like you mentioned, Zoro walking up into that midfield line saying, I don't care about all your projectiles, all your damage. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to press my spacebar, press my shift, whatever you have your secondary bound to. I'm going to be walking up and denying you any chance at a push. You can see here, you trying to use a strike shot to stop the push, but can't get the going. But as soon as I say that, of course, sneaking past Overgrown Lemon's primary, and that's a win. And that's actually no, that's not the win. That's what?
That is the win. That is
the win. It's
yeah. I mean,
explosive game.
yeah, that was definitely. You could say that's why. Holy cow! Katsuna almost saving it with his own bomb, and Overgrown Lemon, an excellent attempt to try to save the goal. Unfortunately, just a little too fast to be able to get to get caught in that Zentaro primary. It ended up going into the net for the game. That's 2-2 for both sides, and looks like we're going to set 5.
Absolutely, we're going to the last game of this series. Notably, this game I think I liked the Zentaro pickup for Overgrown Lemon there, being able to spend all these cooldowns to try and keep it locked into the side of Katsuna, Fudgy Waffles, and Luke, and just being able to have all these cooldowns. Like Zentaro having such low cooldowns, being able to just constantly throw abilities out in this game mode and to just overwhelm the enemy team with how much damage he can produce.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough though. That the Zentaro compared to the X really made a difference there, considering Overgrown Lemon wasn't able to secure those kills as often as the X. Although still very effective, not as effective as the X.
Absolutely. It's gonna be interesting seeing how if I were the full team, how I'm gonna take a step back and think, all right, how can we win? This is game 5. How can we clutch this out? We're gonna have to rack our brains. So they're gonna have to rack their brains a little bit to figure out how they can do this. But if I were Fudgy Waffles looking Katsuna, I'm feeling confident after such an explosive win as well, such a convincing win as well. I would be feeling confident, but anything can happen in this last game. Going.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with the map. It all starts with the map here.
Yeah, it seems we are going to about face for our last. We're going back to about face, to settle this last game and see, and if I were the full team, I would be thinking, all right, we're running it back. How can we win this? How can we turn around and secure a victory and put ourselves in and take this victory for ourselves?
Well, considering the fact that, again, Lemon able to do so much damage with that X, able to put in so much work with the KOs, with the aces, the double kills, really made a big difference in their comeback in the last game on this map. So that's definitely something to consider as a ban, as opposed to the Rasmus. Although Rasmus still very good on about face, considering you can get those cheeky hook KOs from the goalie side of the map. Uh, although from the side of the Fools, the Juno ban is coming out, which makes sense. That Juno's really oppressive, especially with the aerials added into the Awakening pool. Juno jump just makes Juno jump that much more oppressive. Makes the slimes that much more oppressive since they're able to reach longer ranges. And yeah, Luke's team going with the Rasmus ban again makes sense. The cheeky KO hooks are something you definitely don't want to worry about on this map. Very, very, very potent, very, very oppressive. And because of that, Zoro's team goes with the X pick first. Securing Lemon that X that was able to put in so much work in the last time they faced off on about face.
Absolutely, absolutely. Seeing the rest of the comp come out, the Luna and the Atlas going to the side of Luke Katsunai and Fudgy Waffles. Presumably Fudgy Waffles on this Luna, Luke on the Atlas. And the I mean Vice coming out for side of the Fool. Presumably an I mean goalie. Something that can be of note as well with all these creations as well, looking to just try and hold as much area as they can in these tight corners, in these backsides of the map. And finally, the Jakar pick coming out for Luke's side. Hard to say who's going to be picking this Jakar, but I think this could be a Jakar pickup for the forward. And as we get into this game, we'll find out right now what these teams comes to have in store, and what we see for this game 5.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm excited to see what happens in this game 5. It's the game to take it all. So it's definitely going to be a good one.
Absolutely. There we can see right here. This is going to be the IME pickup for the Fool. Looking to see how he's going to be locking it down with this turn, with this glitch pop, with this cyber swipe, just trying to hold it out. That's gonna be Fudgy Waffles on the Jakar. An interesting pickup. Both forwards opting for pummelers yet again. It's gonna be interesting to see how this team forces these kills. Double sad boys already started off around this first barrier. These barriers are dropping like crazy. Both sides. The side of the Fool having an open net, open wit, and the side of Luke having one barrier still up, looking to see how they can defend with this Atlas and seeing how they can force their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, not only are the barriers dropping, the players are dropping as well. Lemon already being KO'd twice, losing the recovery drone the first time and getting KO'd for a third time. Meanwhile, Zoro still able to retain that recovery drone, and Jules already lost his. Although as I speak, Zoro loses his recovery drone, able to save the goal though, and causing Luke to lose his.
Yeah, holding on to these recovery drones is so important because it gives you this extra cushion. Oh my god, it gives you this extra cushion to just be able to prevent yourself from getting KO'd. Katsuna sneaking in with the boost to secure that goal around Zoro, bringing it to the first point of this game.
Yeah, very easy first barrier for both sides to secure. Zoro taking his own barrier, trying to save it with the flip, but unfortunately couldn't make it in time. Fudgy Waffles already getting KO'd though. Oh, a double KO from Red Team, leaving Zoro by himself, using the IME turret to try to stall for as long as he can. Able to stall it enough for Lemon and Zoro. Oh my god! So much
Yeah,
going
it's seeing like all this damage come out. Katsuna trying to use the creator to secure the scale, ended up saving it for the side of the Fool, but as he pushes up with that core flip, with that ego speed, he puts it in and can kick it back and giving themselves another point, putting us at match point for the side of Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles.
What happened there? Zoro ended up on the enemy side, not able to return back and didn't have his eject button.
Yeah, getting caught out like this is not good, especially when you need to be like ready for this core flying back at Mach speed to just be able to defend. You can see right here Zoro burning his flip, trying to keep the core on their side. Jules also burning his flip. As we can see, two KOs dropping out. Zoro once again by himself. Katsuna saving it for Zoro there. And then KO found onto Luke. Like Lemon pushing in with the X Maximus, taking a KO, taking another KO for the double. Now double coming back up. The barrier's back up as well. The dash to try and KO Luke denied by the Celestial Expansion. Another KO found onto Overgrown Lemon as well. It's seeming like if oh my god, and another Sad Boys angle too. It's looking like if Luke's team can continue to hold this advantage, they can just score, and they close this out.
Yeah, Katsuna being KO'd twice, but being saved by the Alice Expanse twice. Able to capitalize off of, not able to capitalize off of the power play just because of that, giving them the pressure they need to continue the offense. And Luke, so good with these rests, being able to save Katsuna not once, not twice, but 3 times overall here. Able to let Katsuna keep the flip and continue this suppressive offense, using the flip to kill Jules.
Yeah, these KOs flying out left and right. Lemon trying to burn his flip to try and keep himself up as long as he can. The clutch Atlas res, trying to save Fudgy and being killed. That's an ace for Katsuna.
Oh, what a save from Lemon! Able to strike work Katsuna and able to keep the game going. They still have a chance here. They're pushing the offense.
Fudgy robbing himself by accidentally redirecting the core with the boost and saving another goal for Zoro. I mean, this is this is a crazy match. If they can continue to hold and continue to exhaust the defense of Luke's team, they can Zoro's team can score this and try to reset momentum in their favor.
I mean, let's be honest, they're never going to be able to exhaust the offense. They have infinite cooldown, so do they, though. But it's all about who can use them better. And so far, it's looking like both teams are evenly matched, although Overgrown Lemon gets KO'd here, putting it in a 2v3, 1v3 there. Katsuna able to KO Jules. Lemon able to come back in time, though, keeping the 2v3 going. Everybody's back. They're pushing the offense. Lemon gets KO'd. The Katsuna trying to offense. Zoro and Jules able to save it here. Both teams are doing their very best to try to avoid each other from scoring.
Absolutely, both these teams trying their hardest to score a point, either for the side of Luke Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles, close this out and secure their win, or if your side of the pool, Overgrown Lemon and Jules, you're looking to get this point, so you can continue this game and potentially take your win. This course flying around at max speed. Lemon diving off the map with Katsuna with a unending 20 KO streak. Just holding nothing back against these players. The Atlas Res coming out to save him. Deny his KO streak from ending. I be getting so much value out of this turret, out of these glitch pops and these clutch dashes as well. And holding so much pressure back from Luke's side.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it went to a mosh pit here, as both teams converge on one side of the field here, trying to score on each other. Although it looks like Zoro's team is on the defense here, although they're able to KO Katsuna. See if they can make use of this power play. Unfortunately, not Katsuna comes back. Although Zoro's team's not looking too good right now. Doesn't matter though, because they're able to KO Katsuna again.
Yeah, these KOs flying out left and right, and these respawns coming up left and right as well. Another KO found up to Jules. That's a power play for the side of Luke. Can they hold it up? That's no. They're continuing to try and get these power plays. That's a KO. Another KO found from Katsuna. The flip.
What a kill
the nice
there!
Save. The flip save. Oh my god. I mean, this is.
This is cinema.
Oh my god.
that kill on Zoro is gonna secure the set for them. They win as Luke's team continues on to grand finals and sending Zoro's team to losers, having to
Yeah.
face off against 3Z, ZZZ, and Sky Jengi.
Yeah, I mean, this was quite the impressive display. Taking the game plan from Overgrown Lemon, Jules, and the Fool from their previous game, trying to pump out as much damage as they can, trying to pump out as many KOs as they can, just trying to force their advantage any way they can and overwhelm the opponent from being able to do anything. That last point, like an internal stalemate, like we saw in the game prior, taking so long. These KOs, so much funny, so much value with each one that pops up, and each ace that's forced, each double, each ace that's forced as well. These KOs have come to so much, like have come in so much clutch, just trying to force the advantage for either side.
Yeah, I mean, the stats speak for themselves. Like, Zoro's team not able to score a single goal here, despite being able to get so many KOs. But Katsuna on that Luna, 23 KOs, 83,000 damage. That really speaks for itself there. And scoring all the goals as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the value that Kata was finding from all these KOs as well was absolutely impressive. Like you said, guttering 23 KOs for himself. Fudgy Waffles finding 7 and Luke finding 4 for himself as well. Firstly, for the side of the Fool, Jules only finding 2 KOs and Zoro and Lemon both handshaking each other with 5 KOs. These Their game plan of trying to just kill just did not work out for them, and they ended up getting overwhelmed by these comps, brought out by the side Luke's team.
Yeah, I mean, both teams eventually adopted the same plan. It just one team could execute it a lot better than the other, as shown here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be interesting seeing how these games progress onwards and seeing how losers final pairs up as well, with the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon having to go against the powerhouse team of Breezy Breezy, ZZZ, and Sky Jengi.
Yeah, ZZZ, a monster of a player, really good at KOing with pretty much any character. I've seen this man KO on Dubu, seen this man KO on pretty much any character you can think. Honestly, his specialties being X and Luna, both really scary picks. Personally, I'm more scared of his Luna than his X. But and
Absolutely, absolutely. The Luna also finding like we've seen today, finding so much value in these high knockback KOs from using boost, from using Crater, and also using the rocket as well. It's gonna be interesting to see what the teams draft in this upcoming striker draft, and to see as well what the upcoming games hold for both teams.
yeah, I mean, if I'm on the side of Zoro's team, I definitely am considering either an X or a Luna ban. Probably going to be a Luna ban though, considering if they get first pick, they can just first pick the X, and ZZZ is left with a myriad of choices. Unfortunately, not his best choices though. It, in my opinion.
Also, as we've seen in the surf game mode, anything can happen. Any character can KO reliably well. Seeing last game with Drakkar getting these high value snipes as well, with with the range he has. Seeing as well the Aimi garnering some value as well on these defensive plays too. It's gonna be interesting to see what characters get picked, and also to see what happens here. And it looks like our first map is going to be Corner Pocket for this first game of this final.
Yeah, as stated before, every match is going to start on Corner Pocket, and then after that, the losing team picks a map that they have not won on yet. So, the first match being Corner Pocket is always going to be a really nice spectacle to watch. As we go into our pick ban phase here again, reminder that Aerials and Stagger Swagger were added to the pool thanks to our subscribers being able to vote. So we definitely have to keep that in mind when picking and banning the characters for this tournament. As the first ban just goes through, banning Jules' Vice, honestly, pretty reasonable ban. Jules is really good on that Vice, able to make things happen with it and able to KO reliably with it. And on the side of the Fools, we have a Juno ban, which makes sense. Juno's a very oppressive character overall, and is able to just pretty much be everywhere all at once.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see that Luna pick coming back, making your turn from the side of 3Z Breezy's team. The X and the Rasmus dropping to the side of the Fool. And we can also see the rest of the picks trickle as well. We can see an Atlas Juliet come out as well. An interesting pairing to see how this Luna Juliet forward pairing work. And also we have the Kazan last pick, potentially a goalie pick for the side of the Fool, or it could be a forward pick as well. Really anything could be picked here.
I
On this
definitely
map.
think it's a Kazan forward pick. If it were my guess, it's definitely going to be not Atlas. Rasmus goalie. For the side of the Fool, and more, at this point, we're more than familiar with Overgrown Lemon's X. Really good at KOing, really good at core control, really good at being able to kind of just stuff it in there, despite being in a 2v1 or a 3v1 situation. X is just really good with handling those types of situations, especially with his alt X Maximus.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if the side of the Fool, if they can repeat a lot of the magic they made from that last game, from that first game of the last series, and bring out a strong lead for them as well up against these powerhouse of players, 3ZBZ, Skyjingy, and ZZZ. As we get into this first match here, we're gonna be seeing what that holds for us.
Yeah, super excited to see what's to come here. 3Z Breezy, I believe, is going to be the Julie. CZZ obviously going with the Luna pick, and Sky Jengi staying with the Atlas. Looks like 3Z is definitely getting onto the old box, no longer the Iron Wall.
Yeah.
As we see for the enemy side, it's as I guessed it, Rasmus goalie, Jules is Kazan as the midfield, and X on Overgrown Lemon. Jules, also known for his Kazan, able to make things happen with it, able to really make it work on the midfield.
Yeah, we already see that Kazan like using oh my god, using that range he has to just poke it away from everybody, trying to hold the offense for themselves. And we can see right there a quick first point for the side of the Fool, sending it into that top barrier on the side of Skyjig, ZCC, and 3 Breezy. Yeah, so we just got word that what is it? All first set games are going to be 2 points. So it's to see how this pieces up. And oh my god, that Torch flying in from nowhere at max speed, sending it into the net of into Skyjig, and closing out the first game for the side of the Fool.
And just like that, as we announced the first 2-point change, it ends just like that. Zoro's team looking very dominant in that first set, being able to score those 2 points really easily, especially with that extra reach from the Kazan and that explosive power from the X, being able to just dominate that entire match.
Absolutely. A quick first game for the side of the Fool. The Fool, Overgrown Lemon, and Jules. So going to be interesting to see what comes up in this next match and see how the side of 3 Breezy, Skyjig, and ZZZ can come back. It's still early in the series though, so it can swing either way and see depending on what map they counterpick to. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on here and see what comps they can choose to force their advantage against the Fool. Maybe you can see a return of like that same like Luna, the same Luna Jakar and Atlas comp to just overwhelm them on maps like back to back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility they could go back to corner pockets, but after that dominant performance, I highly doubt it. Corner pockets is also just a very difficult map to defend on, very difficult map to maneuver in general. Having those two goal locks just be on complete opposite ends of each other and having two entries into the goal, just makes it that much harder to defend. And we just got word from production that it's actually not going to be corner pocket. It's going to be about face. Another interesting map here. Those really skinny and narrow hallways right next to each goal arc is going to make it a very interesting match, depending on what they pick here. Again, they could go with the Luna. As we saw with Kitsuna, that Luna is very oppressive on this map, being able to just zone and control so much space with the Luna nuke. Able to get so many easy KOs with the Luna Rocket, considering how much knockback it does. And yeah, I'm excited to see what both teams bring to the table here.
Absolutely. And as we get ready to watch this draft, it's gonna be interesting to see what these teams pull out and see what bans are drawn. Maybe we learn our lesson from maybe if I am the fool, I'm thinking, hey, maybe we struggle against this Ludopic. Maybe we don't want to play against that. Maybe we want to ban that instead, so we have a little bit more pressure. These rockets not flying in our faces, and it could be interesting to see. We can also see right now Breezy's side banning away the Atlas, that defensive powerhouse we saw from the series prior on that last game. Just being able to lock it down in like these high stakes points, especially in overtime where the core is flying even faster.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's definitely going to be an interesting match, especially considering, you have the Luna, you have the X, you have the Vice, the Kazan, you have all these really oppressive picks on this map, and you're really able to take control of the offense once that core gets behind the locks.
Absolutely. We can see like these picks coming out. Rasmus potentially looking like a goalie pickup for the side of 3C Breezy. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see where this Rasmus pickup drops. Maybe it's a Rasmus goalie, or it could be 3C looking to help support ZZZ with a Rasmus Ford pairing alongside maybe a Luna. But as I say that, the Vice Luna dropping to the side of the Fool. Going to looking like it's going to be a potential Luna or Luna goalie angle here, and we can also see the X Estelle dropping as well. It could be an Estelle goalie too. Really interesting to see. We can also see the last pick trickle as well, the Juliet. Both sides having very strong compositions for this map, and also really strong strong presence with all these hitboxes and all these and all these like different angles that they can hold. The Estelle with her range, and the Vice and Luna with their area denial, like throwing circles left and right with Crater Maker and Supernova.
Yeah, looking like they're taking the Luna pick for themselves. Zoro's team is running Vice Luna. Interesting composition here as well, with the Julie forward going to Lemon. On the side of 3Z's team, we have Rasmus, X, and Estelle. I'm assuming Rasmus goalie here, which would make the most sense here. Although Estelle definitely isn't out of the question, and even X in the 1v1s was definitely very impressive as a goalie. If anybody knows about Zoli lore. But we're gonna get right into this match here. We got Sky Jengi and the Rasmus, 3Z on the Estelle, and ZZZ on the X. On the other side, we have Zoro on the Luna, Overgrown Lemon on the Julie, and Jules on that Comfort Vice pick here, as Overgrown Lemon almost gets KO'd here. Jules trying to make use of the ult, can't get anything out of it. They lose the first barrier here.
Yeah, and as this first barrier drops, and as the side of 3C Breezy opens up, it's gonna be very difficult to see what we can do to defend this, as the pressure's gonna be mounting with all these hitboxes coming out from Jules, from the Fool, and from men, these dash punches being so frequent, you can see, oh my god,
What an angle.
the dash into the Flaming Fury, sending it into the net with a careful strike reset. That could be the first. That could be the first point to the side of the Fool. The Fool.
Yeah, one person from each team already lost their the recovery drone res, and it looks like it looks like the side of Zoro just lost another one. Jules being KO'd there, losing his recovery drone stack, doing his best to try to recover here, and Zoro, unfortunate KO there. The entire team just already KO'd, not being able to recover anymore. Although
Oh.
Lemon gets that double KO with the dash punch.
Yeah, Lemon putting in so much work on this Juliet as well, finding punch KOs like so frequently and so it's so precise as well. Speaking of precise, using that fiery fist to send the core in and closing out game 2 for Side of the Fool, and that it all looked like another very convincing win for the Fool, bringing them
Yep.
to a 2-point lead, putting them potentially on series point, or putting them onto series point.
Yeah, with the change to the 2 point to 2 points to win, things are gonna get a lot more explosive here, a lot more one-sided, so to speak. The side of the Fools really dominant with that Julie, really dominant with the Vice. The Luna was a question of, but it did work out in the end. They were able to keep the ball forward enough for Jules and Lemon to be able to convert off of it with the Julie and the Vice. And Lemon as well. Let's not forget the double KO, putting in so much work at keeping the offense, keeping the pressure on the enemy team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that game only lasting like just about 2.5 minutes, really showing how Zoro, how the Fool, like Jules and Overgrown Lemon, they don't want to lose this. They want to get their run back, and they want to close it out in grands and potentially take their own win against the people who had sent them down.
Yeah, they just need one more win here to secure the win, to get into grand finals here against the team that beat them in winners finals. So hopefully they can get a swift victory here, and secure the series to qualify for grands.
Absolutely. And as we get into this character draft, we can already see right now the side 3Z Breezy banning away that Juliet, the character having so much presence in that game. As we go to back as well, and the Rasmus being banned by the Fool, looking to not get cross map sniped by the Death's Touch. We can also see Breezy choosing Luna for their side, hoping to get it, giving it to ZZZ so he can overwhelm and do what he does best, and that is KO. We can also see the X and Atlas drop to the side of the Fool, looking to not only be able to hold it down forever, but also to get those valuable KOs that they want in this game. Also see the car drop as well to the side 3Z's team. It's gonna be interesting to see. What else they pick up here in this draft.
Yeah, Drakkar kind of a sleeper pick here. I honestly think he's really good in this format, especially with the infinite shotguns and being able to just confirm off of pretty much anything from most ranges. Honestly, the knockback on in this game mode is just in general crazy. So I'm excited to see what they can pull off with this Drakkar. And we get a Dubu pick for the side of 3Z as well. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a 3Z, a Dubu goalie on their side. While on the enemy team, we have Vice again, tried and true comfort pick for Jules. The Vice hasn't done him wrong yet, and hopefully it won't do him wrong this game.
Hasn't done him wrong, yeah, indeed. And very interested to see how this Dubu pick does. Apologies. Haven't seen the Dubu come out yet in any of these games, I believe. And as we get into this match, right now. Very interested to see how this Dubu pairs up. Not really having, notably this Dubu character not really having much range to combat all these like strikers flying in their faces. The X having such an overwhelming presence, and the Vice as well. It'll be interesting to see how Dubu can hold his own against these higher damage strikers that can KO them that can KO him pretty easily.
Yeah, no, 100% here. We're going to back here. Going to be an interesting map choice here. 3Z on the Dubu goalie, ZZZ on the Luna, and Sky Jengi on the Drakar here. Interesting comp against the tried and true of what Zoro's team is running. The classic X Vice Atlas. Last time they picked this comp on this map, they were able to make the comeback pretty handedly, actually. Overgrown Lemon kind of bossing up on that X. But let's see if 3Z's team can fare differently.
Absolutely, we can get into this as we get into this first point. Both teams losing one barrier. ZZ pushing up Azluna, taking that first barrier, and also the rebound from the core, taking the barrier of 3Z Breezy as well. As we see Lemon trying to look for these KOs, now being level 2, being able to put out all these pressure, the knockback from all these hitboxes being thrown out, the Vice ult, the old, and as we see right there, the X dashes too, taking these surprise KOs and knocking away these recovery drones. And as we see right here, ZZZ finding a double KO and also taking away the recovery drones of both Jules and the Fool, being able to secure a double KO and force that first point to themselves and putting them on match point.
Yeah, very different start here for 3Z's team here. ZZZ able to confirm the kill, get that point, and it's putting him in a really great situation here. Zoro, unfortunate own goal on that lock. Doesn't matter though, able to get the kill on the Drakar here. Oh, the Luna Rocket kills Zoro here.
Yeah, the Luna Rocket finding these surprise KOs, and also we saw right there, a little bit of a double-edged sword with this aerials being in draft. The Dubu roll being noticeably slower and taking so much longer to travel the range you want and to be able to stop the core. And Zoro losing a 3C Breezy losing a barrier for it, having a missed roll happen. It's easily pushing up with the core flip. Zoro trying to use the secondary, does not get it off, but takes the barrier for the side of 3Z and Sky Jengi. And the barrier drops too, the core flying everywhere, KOs are flying everywhere. That's a double KO from inside of 3Z Breezy, looking to try and close this out as fast as they can. Sky Jengi pushing up, getting another KO too. ZZ trying to get a KO, denied by lack of knockback, if any. And this is just looking so close with both nets open, and the core just flying everywhere. It's gonna be hard to see where this core goes.
Oh, Sky Jengi misses the goal, unfortunately, and it looks like it could come and bite them. Jules with the power play here, unable to capitalize off of it. Doing their best to make do and push the offense here. Overgrown Lemon trying to KO the Drakar, trying to KO the Luna. Unfortunately, not working out here. Although Zoro almost gets KO'd himself by ZZZ's rocket.
Yeah, these KOs keep flying out too. These KOs leave Lemon looking really low right here, getting sent to the side, getting sent to the side by ZZ and killed away by and I'm stumbling with my words because it's just so hard to comprehend what's going on. And that's the core flying into the net. A stray core flying into 3Z Breeze's net and tying this up on match point. This could be anyone's game, as the core could go either way. Points can drop either way. It is impossible to tell how this is gonna happen.
Yeah, and just like that, the first barrier drops on Zoro's side. Although they get the KO on Sky Jengi here, trying to make this power play work. 3Z fumbles on the roll here, and they're able to capitalize, take the barrier here, and get the KO on 3Z. Get the second barrier here. Zoro able to stun ZZZ with the Atlas primary here. Able to res, but doesn't matter. Jules gets KO'd anyways, and Zoro knocked back by the Luna, unable to defend the second barrier, and leaves him with an open goal on both sides of the field here.
Yeah, as you can see, like that Dubu roll again having negative value, when trying to defend this barrier. The core just flying right past it because this core is so fast and because Dubu roll is so slow in this mode. It is really hard to land these rolls. And as we can see, Zoro talking about secondaries, Zoro using the Cosmic Expanse to deny it, and the core flying in from the stray bell ringer sends it into the Fool's net, and that's an own goal, and that is a game 3. 4. And that is a game 3. Breezy, Sky Jingy, and ZZZ taking a point of their own and bringing this to game 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the nature of this game with so many abilities flying out and the core being so fast. It's so hard to keep track of what's going on sometimes. And unfortunately, mistakes like that are going to happen. Zoro tried to react with the Atlas primary, but it was too late. The core had already gotten behind him just because of how fast it was. The sheer speed of it, he just wasn't ready to react to it. Possibly an Expanse could have, but still, it would have been very close.
Yeah, that second game getting really close. And 3Z putting out quite the display on the Dubo, being able to lock it down with the nets open, being able to use that Tofu Fortress to deny any sort of pressure with how big the creations are as well, with Monumentals being in this pool, denying any semblance of an offense as they try to push up. So well played to the side of 3Z, Sky Jingy, and ZZZ. As we go into this game 4 as well, it's gonna be really interesting to see how the shakeup of a loss will affect the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon.
Yeah, I mean, both teams being able to output so much damage, so many KOs, and able to keep core control so well, especially on that map back to back. Again, that long, narrow hallway right outside the goal arc is a really dangerous place to be, especially as the goalie. Being able to basically get KO'd pretty much off of any ability, especially something like a Luna Rocket or like a Luna Dash. Anything can really just make it or break it when you're in your goalie arc.
Absolutely. And speaking of make or breaking, these bans coming out for this game 4, the Fool denying any semblance of next pickup, and 3Z denying the Rasmus pickup too. As we can see, the Luna dropping to the Fool, that character being such a high value pick for ZZZ, being his best character in this game mode and this tournament as well, finding numerous degrees of success in his games previously today, and also the last match too. As you can also see the Jakar and Atlas pick trickling in for 3Z's team, and the Juno advice dropping in. This might be a Juno goalie dropping in. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how the Fool's team plays with this comp.
Yeah, 3 long range picks here. Luna, Vice, and Juno here coming out from the side of the Fools here. Excited to see how this is gonna work out here. Whereas 3Z's team going to the Atlas, the Drakkar, and the Julie, the tried and true here. Sky Jengi probably on the Drakkar, 3Z on the Atlas, and more than likely ZZZ on the Julie here.
Yeah, and as we see what these players pick in these core strike field in this game, returning to back here, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they play this out. As we can see, what looks to be a Juno forward going to Overgrown Lemon, the Vice returning to Jules, and Zoro going back to the Luna goalie. And as we wait out to see what the other two teams pick here, gonna be interesting to see. We can see 3Z looking to go return back to the goalie net, going back into the goalie net, and Sky Jinky taking up the 4 position alongside ZZZ once more. Going to lock it down. Going to see how he locks it down on this Atlas, and going to see how this new comp for the side of the Fool will be able to fare in this match.
Yeah, and just like that, we got a double KO. 2 reses going out from the black hole here on the side of 3Z Breezy's team here. Both ZZZ and Sky Jengi losing their first res, which is going to be big, especially considering it's only the first point. And because of that, they end up scoring here. Zoro able to just Luna Rocket in and just get it into the Juno slime for Overgrown Lemon to score.
Absolutely. Now putting us onto match point as well. These already we can see 2 barriers dropping on the side of the Fool. On the Fool, this is looking scary. The core flying back to the net. The Slime's trying to keep all pressure onto the side, onto their enemy side, hoping to try and alleviate any pressure they have on their side so they can keep trying to force their offense. The second pair taken by the Luna Rocket. 3C using the flip to get it out, using the primary as well to try and keep it out. Both his barriers down, not just both barriers down for both sides. The Res coming up to revive Sky Jingy. And the KO found on the Overgrown Lemon. This core is flying everywhere. There's a dash punch, take it. That's dash punch found. That's Jules' recovery drone proc. This is looking close. The dash punch found also found onto the Fool, proccing his as well. Nobody has their recovery drone up left, so any KO found is going to be super valuable and also super scary, depending on which side you are on.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Fool making the Luna work really well here on back to back here, being able to defend the goal effectively here and provide the offense needed to score the goal here. That Luna nuke almost securing the goal here for his team, although unfortunately not it. Although still gets the KO here. Both DZZ and Skyjingy looking low, and they secure the goal here with Overgrown Lemon jumping in with the Juno jump and able to strike war both Skyjingy and ZZZ, and that's gonna take them to grand finals.
Absolutely, that Blabo bounce, that Blabo bounce, absolutely taking it, absolutely securing their victory and finally scoring that final point. Overgrown Lemon taking both goals that game, looking very strong on this Juno character too. And as they say goodbye to Skyjing and 3Z and ZZZ, they go back to grand finals and they get to have their run back against the people who sent them down in the first place. It's going to be very interesting to see how they come into this last matchup and also very interested to see how they play this, how they decide to play to their victory as well.
100% here. Very good showing from 3Z's team. 3Z, ZZZ, and Skyjingy. Able to make it to losers finals. Honestly, nothing to scoff at. I think they did a really good job, and unfortunately, this is the end of their tourney career for URFLOCK. But now we get the run back here. It's Zoro's team, the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon against Fudgy Waffles, Katsuna, and Luke. So excited to see how that's going to go here. See how much they've learned from facing them in the winners finals here, and seeing what type of adjustments they're going to make.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see how coming back, like you said, coming back into this, how they're going to adapt to what they had to deal with from the games prior, notably in their winners final, in the winners final match, having a lot of trouble with the Juno pairing alongside characters like Jakar and Atlas. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're able to deal with that sort of defense, that sort of offensive prowess, and that also defensive capability as well from these picks. Maybe we will see a return of the Juno if they aren't careful. Maybe it will be permaban this series as well. It's really hard to say. But as we get into this game, it's going to be really interesting to see. And also as we get into the draft, it's going to be interesting to see how they play this out.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm excited to see how they perform against this team, considering again how they're going to adapt what they've learned from facing them in the winners finals here, and just overall seeing how they're going to fare up against the winning team, essentially the team in winners side.
Yeah, and like you said, the team having sent them down in the first place, definitely going to be a scary matchup. As pick apart what happened in some of the previous games we saw in that last and final game, the Jakar, Luna, and Atlas composition for the side of Katsuna, Luke, and Fudgy Waffles finding great success in holding their offense and essentially keeping the core in such a stalemate for that last point of the game. And very interested to see in what adaptations the full team will make coming back into this. Presumably, maybe we run comfort again, and we're thinking, hey, this vice pick is working for us. We can get back in there. We can make it work, and we can just KO them like we had planned before. But it's good. But nothing certain for yet, and we haven't gotten to this draft yet. But as we begin to get into it soon, it's gonna be really interesting to see how this match pans out.
Yeah, and keep in mind this is grand finals with Zoro's team coming in from the loser side. That meaning that they have to win 3 games in this best of 5 in order to take the entire thing. Whereas Luke's team only has to win 2 games out of this best of 5. Since they're coming from the winner side, they already have a point lead on them in sets. And as always, the first map is going to be corner pockets. We're going into the pick ban phase here. Interested to see what the Fools team is going to ban in regards to the strong picks that Luke's team has. I mean, they have Katsuna on the Luna. They have Fudgy on pretty much any brawler here. The showing a dominant performance on the Julie though, and on the winner side here when they faced off, and we have Luke, who can pretty much play any goalie he really wants. As the bans are coming in here, Luke's team bans X, not one Overgrown Lemon's X. Honestly, fair. That X is very oppressive and can get things done. Whereas the Fools team bans the Rasmus. Honestly, fair ban. With all the extra size in this Awakening pool, Rasmus is really oppressive, really good at KOing, and just all around, just really good at not letting the core past him.
Absolutely, absolutely, and notably back in the game 1 of the winners final series, we saw how the Fool was getting a lot of value on that Rasmus pick. So denying it, so seeing the Rasmus ban come out from the side of the Fools is definitely interesting. Maybe not wanting to see the Rasmus get first picked by the side of Luke. So very interesting ban from them. But as we see the picks come in as well, Luna picked first by the side of Luke, and Luke the Fool taking up a Gino and Estelle, 2 very impressive characters having aerials in this Awakening pool, giving them so much range and so much presence on these maps. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they play out with this. And you'll see the Jakar and Atlas, coming back out. The Vice, the last pick of this draft. This is a run back comp for Luke's team, from winners from game 5 of the winners final.
Yeah, I mean, especially I feel like it's kind of the Fools is trying something new. Pretty much everybody except for Jules, who again, tried and true comfort pick. Vice hasn't done him wrong yet, and hopefully won't do him wrong in this game. He's just been performing so well on the Vice, and honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen more teams ban it.
Yeah, and as we're getting into these picks, into the character select, and as we get into the game itself, it's gonna be an interesting match to see how this pans out, and it's gonna be very interesting to see as well what goalie gets picked here. Maybe it's the Estelle, maybe it's the Gino. I'm thinking the Estelle goalie here. I think Estelle goalie definitely gets a lot more value here, as opposed to like the Juno goalie. And as I see right here, the Fool on that Estelle, Jules taking up his comfort pick with the Vice, and Lemon back onto the Juno, looking to close it out. Like back on the pick, he did super well on last pick, as we can see already. Like, course flying around, people are flying off the map. That's 2. That is 2. That's 3. That's 3 procs of the recovery drone, and the KO found onto Zoro. The 2 Jules and Lemon trying to hold it down as best they can, but the Jakar shotgun, the lock and load, sending it in through all their hitboxes and closing out the first point and putting them to match this first game.
Yeah, that is one of the weaknesses about the Fool's comp, is as soon as it gets in, it's hard to get out. Especially there, like not really much Jules can do there. Even if he strikes the car shotgun will more than likely catch it. His best bet was to try to use the Vice Ult to try to get it out of there. But unfortunately, own goals with it, and that secures the first game for Luke's team, which includes Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy.
Yeah, I mean, that game not lasting only a minute and a half. Really, really strong. Really, really strong start for the side of uh, Katsura, Fudgy, and Luke, bringing them to a potential final, bringing them to potentially the series point. And if I and these redirect counts, some of them being sub double digits for this game. Luke having only 4, Katsura only touching the core once, Lemon touching it absolutely 0 times. This looked like a very convincing win for the side of Luke, Katsura, and Fudgy Waffles. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon adapt and potentially take a win for themselves in this last game, potential last game, or if they win this next point, see how they can close it out. See if they can close out the next match after that, and the next point after that, and the final game, and the final game of the series. We also just got word that we are running it back to Corner Pocket. But seem to be very confident that we can take this. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what the Fool, Jules, and Overgrown Lemon are cooking up for this game.
Yeah, I mean, Drakara being the only character to have 2 KOs within that minute and a half is a very telling story about what's in store for the Fools team. Very strong KO pressure here from Fudgy Waffles here with the Drakara, with the Julie, being able to convert, being able to KO off of pretty much any conversion here with the Drakara. And I think that was an essential part of why they were so dominant in that first game on Corner Pockets. Although running it back here on the same map, I'm excited. I'm interested to see what if to ban the Drakar or if they're going to stick to the Rasmus ban, considering they aren't the first pick anymore. And as I say that, we're going into the pick ban phase here, waiting on the ban for the side of Luke, and his team, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how we go about this next game, and also see how we go about this next ban process as well. Hoping to see if I am Luke, a potentially similar comp to the one that we just ran on this first game of Corner Pocket. Seems we're going into the game already. Could be a misinput. But if everything is correct, and I'm not sure if it's all correct, it could just be a run back. So we just got word that it is indeed a run back. So we are going to be seeing just exactly what they do here.
Yeah, I mean, Jules going with the Kazan here, secondary pick. Lemon going with the Julie, and Zoro going with the Rasmus here. And on the side of Luke, we have Luke goalie Atlas, the Juno from Katsuna, and the X from Fudgy. Pretty different comps here, but nonetheless, Fudgy's still very, very. His presence is going to be well known with the X.
Absolutely. We can already see the dash punch coming out from Overgrown Lemon, sneaking this first KO, this first proc of the recovery drone on their enemy, trying to just eliminate any chance of saving themselves as they can. We can also see both barriers down for the side of the Fool. Situation looking very dire, but yeah, KO comes out onto Fudgy Waffles, and that's a dead man.
Yeah, I mean, even there, Overgrown Lemon loses his recovery drone res, but it gets them the barrier. Zoro able to hook Fudgy Waffles off of the Atlas, the Ami black hole. Almost gets the KO here, but Overgrown Lemon is the one that ends up getting. Both goals are open completely, and Katuna able to score.
Yeah, the offensive prowess from the side of Katsuna and Fudgy Waffles in that corner with the slimes and with all the X hitboxes, definitely very hard to defend against. And as I say that, Jules own goaling with a missed hook, with a misplaced hooks, like putting them in a very dire situation. Now being on the back foot of this defense. That's a KO found onto Luke, onto the Fool. And as I say that, it's as quickly as this match started, this match has ended with a 2-0 for the side of Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy.
Yep. Excellent showing from Luke, Katsuna, and Fudgy here. able to take it with a swift 3-0, again having that point lead from coming in from winners. Nonetheless, a great game overall. Great showing from both teams, being able to make it to grand finals here, and being able to compete at the level that they were for such a long duration of time. But it looks like Luke, Katsuna, and Fujiwaf are going to be taking home the cash prize.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a display from all the teams that have played today, and everyone else in the stage prior. Truly a remarkable showing from all these teams, and also just a splendid display of their knowledge of Earth as well.
Yeah, Earth, honestly, super fun game mode. I participated in the first Earth tournament, the 3v3, and that was a lot of fun. So when I heard about this, I was super excited to play it again. I honestly forgot it existed until it was mentioned again. But yeah, Achi, honestly, putting up a great event. She's great. She does so much for the community, and we appreciate everything she does.
Absolutely, seriously, thank you, Achi, for putting together this event. Also, thank you, Cakes, for funding the event too. Truly a brilliant display for tonight. As I say this, welcome Fudgy to the desk.
I mean, great tournament, great format. I think that I'm glad. I like having 2 national caliber players on my team.
Absolutely, welcome, congratulations, winners, Luke Katana and Fudgy Waffles. Congratulations on your win tonight in URFLOCK. How you guys feeling?
Incredible.
Feeling
That paid
really
for my
excited.
PC. Yeah, paid for my
Tired.
PC cafe hours so I could play in the tournament. I bet $2, I think. So I'll
Yo, that's chilling. Holy
Bone
cow.
chilling.
Why are you at a PC cafe? Is just your
I didn't want to drive back home because I was like an hour out of town. It was 2 hours to drive back home, so I was just like, I'll just play at a PC cafe.
You know, that's fair. That's understandable. I don't blame you. I probably would have done the same thing.
Traffic was so bad, just waiting it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that West Coast traffic can be killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, hearing how Fudgy's doing, Luke, Katana, how are you guys feeling after that?
Good. I'm tired, but yeah.
Yeah, same with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
carrying me. Yeah.
I don't know, Fudgy. You were putting in some work with those KOs, like
Yeah,
that.
the game went kind of crazy though. That one trick, that the second to last game, that one, I did my job.
You definitely did your job.
You definitely did your job.
Every game is just cats in the game, 20,000 KOs and redirects, and they holding through like 1v3 10 times. And then
Katana put up quite a display in that winners final game, pulling out 23 KOs on that last game too.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever playing Luna again. I'm not
I mean, who knows if another URFLOCK happens? I think the Luna might be a lethal pick, banned away quite a lot if there is another potential. But yeah, once again, congratulations to all of you for your win. I hope you guys get some good sleep after this. I hope you guys have a great night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
GG's,
GG's,
everyone.
everyone.
GG's, everyone.
Alright, and thanks everyone for watching, especially Cakes for sponsoring the prize pool again. I don't know, I appreciate the support, and I'll try to run something again in the future. This is a lot of fun. Although doing production for like a brand new format is hectic.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we appreciate everything you do for the community, Yachi.
Yeah.
So
also
this event was a blast.
Yeah, so I also like to thank you for having me on the casting desk tonight. It was truly remarkable.
Yeah. Glad you had
Yeah, a
fun.
lot of fun. I don't really cast that often, but it's fun. It's fun.
All right, now I'm just
Yeah.
gonna find someone to raid.